You know what time it is? It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks and sometimes Chris Walker, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live, and it is Wednesday. It is my favorite day of the week. It's Women Rock Wednesday. Yes, it is. Let me tell y'all something. I'm going to need y'all today. I need y'all to tell a friend, tell another friend. I need you to text, tag, tell somebody that the Chop Shop is on right now. Tell them they need to get here. They need to get here immediately. I got some stuff I got to share with y'all. I'm going to need y'all help today. I'm admitting I'm going to need your help today. Sensitive subjects, but it just make you say. You remember when what's his name? Arsenio Hall used to have the show, and he used to always have. He said things that make you say, I got a lot of hmms today. It's a lot of hmms today, man. It's Women Rock Wednesday. You know I'm gonna shout out to some powerful women, but I got to say today, and I'm going to need you women. I'm going to need all you women, all your girlfriends. Call your girlfriends and everybody today. Carlos, I see you, man. But Carlos, what the fellas can come in to today? Because I'm going to need you too, because I'm going to need y'all to back me up. But let me, I'm just trying to move some stuff around, make sure all my stuff. But let me shout out to my starting five first. Hold on. Let me get with my starting five. Let me make sure I got them all right. Let me look at my device. It's going to be interesting today, y'all. Ivan Pettit Jr., D. Holcomb, Thaddeus Moody is in the building. Simeon Sims and Robert Young is starting five. My sixth lady of the day is Miss Tina Jackson, all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. Tina, the Celebration Bowl this weekend, Tina, you might see me. Let me see. But I see everybody else. I see you, Tyrone. I see you, Morris. Share the show. Text, tag, tell your friends somebody about this. This is it's a hell of a topic I got to share with y'all. It's a heck of a topic. Oh, Carlos, what's up? Carlos from Dallas. Live in Dallas. Yeah. What's up, Carlos? But let me see. Hold on. No. I wasn't supposed to shout out to them men. No. Let's rewind. Fellas, get out of here. Y'all know y'all wasn't supposed to be shout out, but y'all were here. All of y'all guys were here. They beat y'all. But let's shout out Tina Jackson. I messed up. Tina Jackson, Sonya Billingsley. See, women, y'all let these guys get in the front of the line. So I got to wait, fellas, till 5 women get here. At least 5. I want all 6 of them to get here. But they'll come on a little bit later. They have things to do, and I started exactly on time. I didn't want to talk. I shouted you guys out. This is the first time I ever made that mistake. There's so much stuff going on in my head today, y'all. It's a lot of stuff. I heard the SWAC coaches mention to not have prime coach, and anyone else heard that. Amen. The man is on the plane, and the man is coaching. F what some of them old SWAC coaches talking about. See what I'm talking about? See, all the SWAC coaches black, right? And Simeon Sam, for you to even hear that, do y'all understand? Simeon Sam, just look at that yourself and say, if it was correct, something wrong with them crazy ass dudes. Now, hell, you gonna get a petition to vote somebody for not playing. Your ass ain't even in the damn Celebration Bowl. Hey, Madonna, what's up, baby? Carlos, it's so stupid that people put out this stupid ass innuendos and rhetoric like that. Propaganda. I heard some SWAC coaches petition. Come on, Sam. And I know it's crazy. Sam, they jealous? Yes. You already know they are. You know they jealous. No, Bubba McDowell ain't did it. I don't care what nobody said. Bubba McDowell from PV, you can strike that off. He ain't said it. He ain't did that. And it ain't about supporting Coach Prime. It's just that how you ain't even in the boat. Who are you, SWAT coach, that you want to sign a petition? Who gonna sign the petition? Y'all better get busy hoping that y'all can beat Jackson State next year, because T.C. Taylor ain't no pushover. He already just flipped a 4-star that was at Oregon and coming there. Don't get it twisted. Dale, there you go. Let me see who I got. Who I got? Dale. Let me see. I got Dale. I got Madonna. I got Sonia. I got Tina. Hold up. Tina. Hold up. I got one more. I need one more. Need one more woman before I start this show. Because I'm going to need y'all today. Y'all got to help me. This show for y'all today. Oh my God, man. This is oh, I like that. Brandy, that's my baby. Oh, Brandy. Let's get one more. Brandy, this subject. Well, what I'll do, I'll go to another subject first. I got to have. This is a sensitive topic, and y'all, this topic has been brewing in me for a while. It's been Hey, Miss Barron is in the building. My girl is here. It's been brewing in me. But first of all, I got to share this with y'all. Because it's a young lady, man. I talked about her briefly the other day, and I found out more stuff about her. And first of all, let me give my shout outs first. Shout out to the Rockets for their fifth straight home win. Then I want to read this poem. Not this quote. He said, "That which touches me most is that I had a chance to work with people, pass it on to others, that which was passed on to me." That was from Ella Joy Baker. That was what they call it? Oh, I can't think of the name. A Sibaite, African teaching. It's called teaching. Sibaite. Trying to pronounce it right. Sebayt. Sibaite. That's one of her things. She said, check this out. That which touches me most is that I had a chance to work with people, pass it on to others, that which was passed on to me. Y'all know how that hit me, because every day I'm passing on to others what has been taught to me. It was the Sibaite is the first spoken by Africans on the Nile Valley, and still is relevant to our living moment right now. It just means teaching. And happy birthday to you, Ella Baker. Thank you for your service. Thank you for what you've done for us. It's amazing. Look her up. One of the greatest. Oh my God. Didn't play no games. She had been beaten, jail, had the black dudes in jail beat her up. I mean, it's just, you got to read a compelling story. Share that. It was her birthday, I think it was yesterday. So happy birthday to her. Let me see. Let's see. I passed that. I got a question for y'all before I go somewhere. I got a question for y'all. And this for women today. This for everybody. But I was thinking about this today, and I wrote it down. It said, and I don't know why I wrote it down. I didn't put a note by it. I just wrote it down. It said, sometimes you have to encourage yourself, because people will enjoy kicking you when you're down. Sometimes you have to congratulate yourself and pat yourself on the back, because people are quiet as church house mouse with their praise, but just as loud as they can possibly be with their criticisms. I don't know where I got that from, but I'm going to read that again. Somebody might need that today. Sometimes you have to encourage yourself because people will enjoy kicking you when you're down. Sometimes you have to congratulate yourself and pat yourself on the back because people are quiet as church mouse with their praise, but just as loud as they can possibly be with their criticisms. Hope somebody got that. I hope somebody got that today, Tina. Tina, I know you well with. But Tina, I want to ask. I want to ask my guys there. What Alpha yo now? Have the University of Texas ever had a black head coach basketball? I know they had Charlie Strong and fired him fast, too fast. But have they ever had a black basketball coach? Looked at him. Where my Googlers at? I don't see Thaddeus Moody here. I don't see Kevin Freidman. Where my Googlers at? My Google crew. Where my Google gang? somebody find out whether or not Texas had Shaka Smart. Absolutely. Thank you. I forgot about him. Forgot about him. Before him. Thank you. I forgot about him. I don't know how I forgot about it. But I want to share some stuff with you, and I want to. Hey, Belinda, I forgot. I just said I forgot. I forgot. I literally forgot about Shaka Smart in his reign. I'm serious. No. Watch that cat. No. I literally forgot about his reign. I just skipped over him. I can't even tell you. I went from Rick Barnes to this coach. I promise you. I promise you. I forgot about Shaka. Yeah. He is black, and I apologize. But I just want to share a little bit of this, and then I'm gonna get into what I'm gonna talk about because I got a topic that I want to talk about, but I want to get back and talk about my girl, Women Rock Women. But you know what? I'll save it. I'll save that. I'll say that to later because if I don't talk about that, it won't matter. But if I don't talk about this, it'll hurt me. But shout out to Antoine Davis. He got 3,000 points, 11th player in NCAA history. One of our own. Grew up around the city of Houston. Went to the high schools here. Dad was a coach at the at TSU. Mike Davis. Antoine Davis scored 3,000 career points, the 11th player in NCAA history to do that. Congratulations to Karen Jones, my main man. Karen Jones, he's going to Georgia Tech, following up Michael Vick. It's Michael Vick School, in case y'all didn't know. What's up there, Ball So Hard? Ball So Hard, I got to share something with y'all, man. And that my girl. That's who I've been waiting on. This is what I've been waiting on. Mindy Collins. When Mindy Collins get in the building, we can proceed. I've been waiting on it. But Mindy, I go back and I look in my notes, Mindy, right? Sometimes, because my notes, you know how your notes be dated, and I put in a name, and I mentioned her the other day. I put in a name, and back in May, I talked about this lady. I talked about it back in May. First time I ever talked about it was back in May, and it was a unique situation. And I'm just gonna share. It's Women Rock Wednesday. I want to share how powerful, because I was talking about the parallel between the Negro leagues, and the and the parallel to what Deion's leaving Jackson State to go off to Colorado. It is unique, and I just want to share this with you. Hey, I'm going to message you. Want to check out one of Cam's guys? Oh, okay, that's Mindy and them talk. Check this out. Effa Manley. It's my girl. I found out some stuff about her today, Mindy. First of all, she's the only woman elected to the Hall of Fame. She was elected in 2006, right? She was a part of that 17 Negro Leaguers when they made the push to put the Negro Leaguers in the Cooperstown Hall of Fame. Were elected that year along with Bruce Souther, I think that year. Mindy, you might learn something here. Since you might learn something, Mindy. But she was a pioneer in the Negro Leagues. She owned the New York Eagles, okay? And she was a co-owner with her husband, Abe. And Abe provided the money, and Effa Manley, EFFA Manley, she provided the organizational and the business and the professional expertise. Okay, great partnership. Not just running the New York Eagles well, y'all, but she raised the tide for all Negro League baseball. She told all of them, get your business in order for all us to make some money. Let's get your business. This the one. She in the Hall of Fame, the only woman in the Hall of Fame. Okay? Okay, let's get that straight now. She rocks. Okay? But one of the most important contributions, and perhaps the reason she is in the Hall of Fame, although it wasn't, what she said, when she sold a couple of her star players, Larry Doby to the Indians and Monty Irvin to the Giants, check this out. She established a precedence that those major league clubs need to compensate me when you come steal my players and come take my players. The Negro Leagues player. In other words, come. All of us mixed with some, Mindy. Stop it, Freight. In other words, these guys was just plucking Jackie Robinson, plucking players. She said, hold on, player. She got on Branch Rickey. Branch Rickey tried to get Monty Irvin. She raised so much hell to Branch Rickey, talking about she gonna sue his ass, and he ran away. You know why he ran away? Because he didn't want the other owners to know that he was down there stealing and snatching them black players. This how cold this woman is, right? Let me keep going. She started that. Which if she hadn't did it, it might not happen otherwise. The Eagles were one of the last powerhouse, y'all, of the Negro Leagues, having won a championship right up to the end of the 40s. Under her leadership, they won the 1946 World Series, the Negro League World Series. One of the other contributions she made was that she was one of the first to write a book about the Negro League baseball. She wrote the book in the early 1970s. She's an older woman. What's up, Boom? But I'm talking about Effa Manley, Boom. Since you, Boom, I remember you called me. You didn't know who Rube Foster was. Rube Foster was over the league and founded the league, but this lady here helped the league run efficiently. She had the business acumen to tell all of them dudes, hey man, let's get your business affairs right. So let's see what else she did. And also off the field, y'all, out of baseball, she made major contributions to the American Civil Rights Movement as well. Wait till y'all find it. Mindy, watch how I'm finna tie her into one of my dudes. I didn't know this till this morning. Let's see. The Negro League was a very successful African-American business in the 30s and the 40s. This is a business that thrived, y'all, in really difficult economic times. Okay? And Effa was a big part of that. The Negro League baseball was the third largest business in the African American community. I didn't know that. It was the third largest bill after the motion picture industry, the black motion picture industry, and the cosmetic industry. Negro baseball was number 3. But until Effa came along, there was always a little bit of looseness and carelessness that we might not play a scheduled game this night. We might not play this as it was published. If something else come up, we'll go do something else. They had some of that janky promoter stuff going on. The CP3 time, the CP time going on around there. Yeah, and Effa said, hey, if we're gonna do this thing, we're gonna do it right. So this young lady who wrote a book about Effa Manley named Andrea Williams, she was talking about Effa Manley, and she mentioned this black pastor that she partnered with. But Andrea Williams did never talk about the black pastor. Guess who the black pastor was? Hold on. Y'all hold on. Let me hold on. Hold on. Let me help y'all. Just watch this. Now, Andrea Williams is the young lady who wrote the book about a children's book about Effa Manley, right? She's been following Effa Manley. She a young black girl. Well, she ain't young. She's 39 years old. Great author, great book. But in one of her interviews, she was talking about, and she just mentioned a black pastor. But I'm gonna show you how our history is not being told. Okay, I'm gonna show you now. This is an educated woman, right? Just like I am, Boone is, Robert Young is, but watch this. She was talking about, she said, just looking at the pictures, you can tell that and that's me, looking at the pictures, you can tell that Effa is racially ambiguous, okay? I'm gonna show you some. Let me give you some of that. That's her bus in Cooperstown. That's her plaque in Cooperstown. But I got something else for you. She was racially ambiguous. You didn't know what she was. Hold on. I got another one for you. That's Effa. Stone cold, tall, smooth, can swing that bat. Used to play baseball. She used to play. Swing that bat. Hold up. I ain't done, y'all. I ain't done. That's Effa. Like I said, she was racially ambiguous and able to try to move through the world at that time was a lot easier than it might have been able to move because she was so light-skinned. Okay? Now watch this, y'all. Check this out. She had this weird thing going on. People was wondering, was she black? Was she white? Was she black? Was she white? The census record shows that her father was black. I think mother was mulatto, so she was black. Her heritage was black. She could move through spaces though, and that absolutely impacted what she was able to do from the community empowerment perspective. King Sticks, this King Sticks. Have you ever heard of this woman? Before she ever got into baseball, y'all got to hear this. Y'all got to hear me on this one. Before she ever got into baseball, she led a boycott. This the young lady talking, Andrew. She led a boycott of a Harlem department store because they wouldn't have black sales clerks. They were in Harlem, right? 70% of the sales receipts coming from the black community in Harlem, but they couldn't work there. So they would have black people. They wouldn't have black people as sales clerks at all. So Effa, this is what she said. So Effa partners with a local pastor. Y'all guess who that pastor was? It was my dude, Adam Clayton Powell. But the young lady evidently didn't know who the hell she was talking about. She's educated, but that just show us, y'all, we got so much to learn. Nothing against her, because up until 3-4 years ago, I didn't know who Adam Clayton Powell was, because they tried to erase him from our history books. But let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to say it here again. I'm going to say it a million times. That man, Adam Clayton Powell, was the most influential black figure in the 20th century. I'll put him up against anybody. I'll put him up against anybody. the most influential. Y'all got to realize, I'm gonna get back to this. That Adam Clayton Powell I'm talking about, that preacher, this lady, the young girl, she just didn't know nothing against her. This preacher she was talking about, he the one, don't buy where you can't work campaign. Effa Manley was one of the people with the boots on the ground helping him do that. This guy is so, y'all just don't know how cold he is. The reason y'all have some of us, whoever was the beneficiaries of a Pell Grant, he the one did it. Job Corps, when you used to train people, because black people weren't trained because they couldn't go to college, they couldn't do this, they couldn't do this, they couldn't do this. He the one got the government to subsidize Job Corps. Minimum wage, he the one got minimum wage on the thing. The man signed 50, helped push 56 bills through Congress in 5 years. And y'all, we got Congress out here and can't push a bill through. Right? So what I'm saying is this young lady, she was talking about this guy. She said Effa Manley with a local black pastor developed this campaign. But if she knew who Adam Clayton Powell was, she would have called his name out. But guess what? She hadn't been taught, just like I haven't been taught. But guess what? Y'all have no excuse to not know who Adam Clayton Powell was. He is the one that they did not want y'all to know who he was. He was the leader. He the one integrated the Congress lunchroom. Do y'all know these congressmen used to represent us, but we couldn't even get in there. We couldn't get in there. We couldn't get in the lunchroom. We couldn't get in the lunchroom. It's unbelievable. They supposed to be other people. They supposed to be representing people, but black people couldn't come in the lunchroom. Unbelievable. But she said that back to Effa Manley, but it was just so unique. This young smart lady who wrote a book, she said she mentioned the local pastor instead of understanding and learning who Adam Clayton Powell was. Let me see. And the most important moment of the whole ordeal with Effa Manley was when she was in the meeting. Y'all check this out. When she was in the meeting with Adam Clayton Powell and a lawyer, sitting across from the owner of the department store, right? And she said, look, she told these guys, only woman in there, she said, if you don't hire our black girls, we care about our black girls just like you care about your white girls. This is how she talking in. And if you don't hire them, what you want them to do? Become prostitutes? It was a real dropping a moment that this woman in a meeting with these men, and she came in there and just ran the damn meeting. That shows her willingness to say the stuff that need to be said, regardless of what people might think about it. And she probably was the only. She was probably out there as the only woman in 1930 because people were looking at her like, what are you really? And when you fast forward and she is into baseball, she is going toe to toe with Branch Rickey. I just told you. She's fighting to make sure that even though we approach integration, black teams are properly compensated for their players. So black baseball is not lost in the shuffle. This Effa Manley, y'all, she's able to get in the rooms and talk about talk about things because what? She was deemed more acceptable just because of her aesthetic. And let me help you out. Adam Clayton Powell, they had same thing. Adam Clayton Powell, if you go read his story, he's a very, very fair-skinned guy, right? So when he went off to Colgate, the college, he was passing as white. He was from New York. He was getting into white fraternities because not that he wanted to be right. He trying to get where the movers and shakers were. Check this out. Check this out. I want y'all to listen to what I'm saying because I'm going to tie this into another story a little bit later. She was forward thinking in a way that a lot of people weren't talking about black equity, right? Are you really there for the handful of people just to get theirs? Or do you want everybody to get theirs? She was talking like this back then, just for Jackie Robinson and and that's how Effa moved. There was masses of people that she said, where are the masses of people that can create and build and sustain careers in this space? If we don't have that, I'm not really interested in one guy who can make it. That's enough. I told y'all, they'll give us a Jay-Z. They'll give us an Oprah. They'll give us one of them. But guess what? They ain't gonna, we got to take, we need 1 million of them. You follow me? We need 1 million of them. So me saying that, right? Me saying that. I saw something the other day. Let me make sure. Yeah, I got the right one. It's a delicate subject. I saw something. I don't know where I'm going to start with it. It's a hard place to start because I want y'all to hear my heart on this one. Y'all remember I said I love the Griot Awards. Remember the Griot Awards I was telling y'all about? Patti LaBelle was a recipient, all of these guys. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. These people here pass for white strategically. Those two people right there, you don't have to apologize for them. Those two right there, remember I said this, Tina Jackson, do me a favor. Go look up Adam Clayton Powell, and you're going to say, how in the hell did they keep me from knowing who this man was? When I tell you, the Montgomery bus boycotts, Tina, he did that 20 years earlier in New York because they wouldn't hire no black people to drive the bus. No black people to work at the bus station. So Adam Clayton Powell told everybody, don't get on the bus. He wrote a book about it, and Martin Luther King read his book. If you go look up Martin Luther King's memoirs, he'll tell you he read Adam Clayton Powell book to orchestrate the Montgomery boycotts. He that bad. What's up, Alpha? Yo, I got something for you a little bit later too. But y'all, the reason I said this, I saw something. This is what triggered me. Okay, something triggered me. I love this little guy, and got nothing against him. But share the show, y'all. This finna be powerful. This finna be powerful. Y'all be sharing it in a second. I ain't got to tell you. Y'all be sharing it in a second. But I want y'all to listen to this for a minute. This Women Rock Wednesday. Women, men, I want you to listen to this for just a second.
Honestly, most importantly, I'm grateful. Special shout out to black women who watch. I want to say I appreciate those people. Even the people who hate watched, we still got the ratings. Thank you. I'm eternally grateful to you. And this is random for some, but special shout out to black women. I've often been credited with, having these grand ideas of people like, oh, Trevor, you're so smart and and then I'm like, who do you think teaches me? Who do you think has shaped me, nourished me, informed me? From my mom, my grand, my aunts, all these black women in my life, but then in America as well. I always tell people, if you truly want to learn about America, talk to black women. Yeah, because unlike everybody else, Black women cannot afford to around and find out. Black people understand how hard it is when things go bad, especially in America, but any place where black people exist, whether it's Brazil, whether it's South Africa, wherever it is, when things go bad, black people know that it gets worse for them. But black women in particular, they know what shit is, genuinely. People always be shocked. They'll be like, why do black women turn out the way they do in America? Why do they vote the way yeah, because they know what happens if things do not go the way it should. They cannot afford to around and find out. And to black women who have taught me, all of them, I mean, the scholars online, the authors, everybody, the Roxane Gays, the Tressie McMillan Cottons, I'll remember the names, the Zoe Tamudzis, the like brilliant, brilliant women have taken the time to inform me, to educate me, to argue with me. The Tarana Burks who, laughed with me, talking about everything from sexual assaults to just what life is like. Yeah, man, I'll tell you now, do yourself a favor. You truly want to know what to do or how to do it, or maybe the best way or the most equitable way, talk to black women. They're a lot of the reason that I'm here, and so I'm grateful to them. I'm grateful to every single one of you. This has been an honor. Thank you.
Okay. Here, I'm going to go. Y'all ready? I'm going to go. I'm just going to go with it. God bless Stephen A. Smith. God bless Shannon Sharp. Y'all bless all of them guys on them shows and the rest of them guys on the show. This show ain't that. And the stronger this get, the more they'll leave those people will leave that alone. This space, this chop shop space, just being able to share. You have a black man say, if you want to understand something, trust a black woman. That's exactly right. I agree with you, Trevor. And I know that you trust black women. But then you go home to a white woman. I'm not mad at him. I just wish he would take his own advice and understand this. Understand this about Robert Half. People should love who they want to love. People should love. No, don't retract your statement. He's still a bad dude. I'm not talking about him. Y'all listen, Freight. People should love who they want to love. But the contradiction and the hypocrisy that comes out of your mouth. Sit and watch the Griot Awards. I came on this show and bragged about the Griot Awards. Byron Allen, billionaire, put on this lavish thing to what? Celebrate blackness, to celebrate black excellence. But who you love, Byron Allen? You got a white wife. Robert F. Smith, my guy that gave the money to, I told y'all y'all need to share this. I already know ain't nobody gonna talk to y'all like this. Robert F. Smith, my hero, who gave the money that year to Morehouse, the 2019 class, and erased all their debt. I follow him. I watch the stuff he does. I watch the stuff, the way he moves. He got a white wife. These two billionaires. Okay? Then Don Peebles. I just got through talking about them. The black man that's building Affirmation Tower, that got the black architect, that got the black builder, Cheryl McKissick, the partner with him, said, no, you ain't gonna just be a builder, you're gonna be a partner. he got a white wife. It's 3 billionaires, 3 white wives. Kobe Bryant married a woman, broke up with his family. You pass away, your fortune goes to a whole nother demographic. Celebrate. Let me tell you something. These guys been knowing these women, married these women for a long time. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to talk about somebody else's personal life. That's what I'm not doing. What you do in your bedroom is your business. I have personal opinions about it. Because you say you love, you trust black women. You're celebrating black excellence. But the person who you leave your fortune to, your wife, she ain't black. Y'all just help me. I'm just provoking thought right now. I'm not getting on nobody. I just want to make us say, I told this ain't like no other show. Then I pick up somebody sent me a picture. Somebody sent me a picture of this last night. I got you, baby. We're not talking about black men with white wives. Oh yeah, I got some. Listen, I'm not, no. I'm not talking about black men with white wives. No. That ain't what I'm talking about. If I know you just came on, let me repeat. Jonathan Morrow said, I'm in the back of the class. I just know we're not talking about black men and white wives. Oh yeah, I got something to say. I want to hit it. I'm not talking about that. No, I'm not. I'm talking about these men in power that's doing so many things for great blackness, so much things for blackness, and saying they love blackness, and saying the black excellence. The man spent millions and millions of dollars on a show that was celebrating blackness, the Griot Awards, but he was there with his white wife. 2 of his honorees, a billionaire, Robert F. Smith, was there with his white wife. A billionaire, Don Peebles, who I've been talking about on this show, and I still love all of these guys. I'm still look up to all of these guys. But I'm just saying, what's going on? Because these fortunes of these billionaires is transferred to their wives. It's something happened. What does this mean? What should we do with our opinions on this? And Jameson, you can have your opinion, but I'm just giving you mine. Then, Jameson, somebody sent me this picture last night. Watch this. This is at the New York Knicks Christmas party. Just look. The 2 brothers got white girls, and the one guy from overseas got the only black girl in the thing. Yo, I can't make this up. Corey, earlier. If you just came in, you ain't gonna understand what the hell I'm talking about. If you just came in, you said it out and go back. You just came in. If you didn't hear the Trevor Noah, let me play it again, because y'all just came in. I don't want y'all coming in talking, saying nothing ignorant, because y'all gonna throw me off my game.
Honestly, most importantly, I want to find out. Grand, who do you think to you? And this is random for some, but special shout out to black women
This young man did a whole diatribe, a soliloquy talking about how great and how he trusts black women, but he go home and sleep with a white one. Amerson, I ain't talk. Black men are not broken. Hell no. Black men ain't broken. No. Jameson Morrow, black men are not broken. No. I repeat, I'm not broken. Kevin Freidman got a beautiful black wife. Black men are not broken. So let's get that out of our vocabulary. Don't even put that mess out in the atmosphere. Remove that from my screen. Black men are not broken. Hell no. That's a lie from the pit of hell. That's why I say you come in late, you're not understanding my context. That's why I had to play it again. My thing, I'm going to repeat it because some people just didn't get it. And I know you got in late, James. My thing is, you love and trust black women so much, Trevor Noah, but you go home with a white one. Go home to a white one. The Griot Awards. Let me repeat it again. Great awards. Go back and look at the awards. One of the greatest awards show. I came on this show and bragged about it. Byron Allen, billionaire. He put on the show celebrating black excellence, black achievement. But he had a white woman as his wife. Don Peebles, one of the recipients, talking about black inequities. The one who's going to build a building in New York next to the Javits Center. I've been bragging about Affirmation Tower, the largest building in the Western Hemisphere. White wife. And let me finish. I'm gonna finish. What's my name? What's my other guy? Robert F. Smith, the billionaire, who's done so many great things in the black community. White wife. So now just hold on. I already said love who you love. Your ass got on late, you can go on with that. If you got on late, please, if you got your ass on late, don't comment yet. Go back and listen to the beginning of the damn show when I said you love who you are. The beginning of the show, I said you love who you love. The beginning of the show. So when you so if anybody else bring their ass on here with a comment like that, come on. I said that already. I said it already. I said it. Love who you love. But when Trevor Noah can give a 2-minute soliloquy talking about how great black women are and how great they are to him and how great they did to him and the things they did for him and how you trust them, but you don't trust them enough to sleep with them. No, I didn't mean to that's anybody. I need y'all, because I'm trying to do a show. I need y'all to correct the people who coming on here and who don't know what's going on. First of all, you should know I don't even talk like that. Never. This bothered me last night. This bothered me when Trevor Noah came on there and talked about how of course I'm going to have an opinion about it. And you can have an opinion about it. I said, I don't want to get in somebody's personal life, but you didn't hear that. What you do in your bedroom is your business. Who you marry is your business. I'm talking about these guys who thank you, Dwana Watson. I did say it in the beginning, but I'm talking about these guys who professing one thing. No, I'm not coming for you. You ain't coming. I'm coming for you. You just came on. I'm not coming for you. You ain't that. This ain't about you. This ain't about you. You just came on this feed and posted something, and I had to straighten it out. This ain't about you. So you can quit commenting about that. Comment about the topic. I'm talking about being a black man. I'm going to repeat it again. I don't want to talk about somebody's personal life. I'm talking about something deeper to my people. I'm talking about something to my people. If you don't want to hear it, you don't have to hear it. I have personal feelings about it. We all have personal feelings about it. What should we do with these opinions? The powerfulness of what he said was absolutely true. Go back and listen to Trevor Noah's. I ain't got time to play it again. Oh, I'll give you a little bit of it. Here you go.
Honestly, most importantly, I'm grateful. Credited with, having these grand ideas for some, but special shout out to black women. I've often been credited with, having these grand ideas of people like, oh, Trevor, you're so smart and and then I'm like, who do you think teaches me? Who do you think has shaped me, nourished me, informed me? From my mom, my gran, my aunts, all these black women in my life, but then in America as well. I always tell people, if you truly want to learn about America, talk to black women.
That's the context of this story. Not my mama, that's just the context. This man, I want to know, what does that mean? Sir? What does that mean that you can love and reverence some women, but you can't marry her? You can't date them. Man can have any. What is your cognitive dissonance? That's your job. You go look it up, Trey Phillips. I've just given you breadcrumbs. You go look it up, Trey Phillips. You go find out where he gave that. He was on his show. He was leaving the show. He was talking on his show that he's leaving, the Daily News. He was talking on his show. And this ain't about Rod Wells, you having a black wife. Listen, y'all missing the point. Rod Wells, this is not about you having a black wife or not. This is not nobody having a. I'm saying you professing these things publicly and the stuff that's coming out your mouth don't line up with what you're doing. That's all I'm saying. I ain't talking about, man, I got me a black wife. I ain't talking about you. You ain't Trevor Noah. You ain't gave a speech on national TV talking, Rod Wells, come on, man. Come on. Y'all, I told y'all we got to raise our level. Hold up, y'all. You don't see yourself when you're opening your mouth to say these things? Byron Allen, you give a whole show on the black excellence, black achievements, Patti LaBelle, all these people, Dave Chappelle, all these people, you honored all of these black folks. But you go home with her. What are you saying? It's just not matching up. That's all I'm saying. What? You celebrate black excellence. Yo, I'm not mad at these folks. Them folks, my folks. I've been bragging about these folks on the show. I'm trying to get answers from y'all. I ain't trying to get about you. I need y'all to talk me off a ledge. You celebrate excellence, and you're doing this for black people, but all your money going to a white woman if something happened to you. I guess the more we know, the more we don't need to be concerned. Byron Allen got a black mama, so he always been a black man. Got a black mama. Powerful black mama. Listen to me, y'all. Y'all listen to me. Because what triggered this is Trevor Noah. And then somebody sent me this last night. That's at the Knicks Christmas party. Let's take a look. Jalen Brunson. What's the kid from Dallas? Julius Randle. Obi Toppin. Absolutely. South Africa. Thank you, King Sticks. Thank you. I know where he's from. Trevor Noah wrote a book called Born a Crime. Y'all listen to me. He wrote a book, Marissa, called Born a Crime. I'm not mad at Trevor Noah. He grew up in a society, y'all, where there was a penalty for being black. See, if y'all wait till I finish, I'm bigger than that, Marissa. If you wait for me to finish, you'll understand I'm going somewhere with this. So when he says, I trust a black woman like my mama and my aunt, Donna said, when I heard Trevor speaking about all these black women in his life before I knew the topic, I'm thinking to myself, wow, and you date all? Yes, it's okay. But listen, I hope Marissa's still there. Hatter, I can't talk you off the ledge because I'm on the ledge with you. I don't mind you walk. Hey, y'all, listen to me. Let me help y'all. It's somebody very near and dear to me. A lot of people that he be around is white, and the girls that he be around and date is white. Dear to me. That ain't the issue here. The issue is your proclamation. It's not matching up with your actions. That's what I'm really talking about. Let me finish. When you are black in South Africa, that means something different. Trevor Noah, born a crime because his mom and him was in an interracial marriage that was outlawed over there. Now, who he chooses to sleep with and love, y'all got to realize, and y'all got to hear me on this one. White is the most desirable thing in the modern world. People want white when it don't make sense. They say, but that don't make sense. Yes, it does in a white world. Are you kidding me? People saying he can't find a black woman. He couldn't find a black woman. Of course, he can get any black woman he wants. You look like Maxwell. All the women love Maxwell. But why would you pick a black woman in a world of whiteness? Black people don't get, wait a minute, white people don't get you that job on the Daily Show. Black people don't. That's was white benevolence who saw your talent and took you in. The question should be, how does it free us? This is a teachable moment. That's why I didn't want nobody to come in and ruin it, Marissa. It's a teachable moment. See, this wasn't about people. You just come in and just ain't got no context of the conversation and just comment instead of just sit back and chill. Just sit back. Even after all of that, y'all, white is a hell of a drug. You have to ask yourself another question. Why do you have to trust black women over everything else? Why? If you don't get it, you'll never get it. It might not be a teachable moment to you. I told you I was talking to a whole nother people. What is the social structure that would make him make a statement like that? The thing you said was true, but the behavior don't match the thing you said. That's the teachable moment. The things you said is called the rhetorical ethic. The rhetorical ethic, write that down. The things you said was true, Trevor Noah, but the behavior don't match up with the thing you said. Which isn't fine unless you have a way of knowing and an expectation that the thing you say and the things you do are supposed to match. That's the point that I was trying to make the whole show. That you can use that in any part of your life. The things you do. Got to match up. We have guys. You have guys. Some of the most powerful men in the world. Doing great things in the name of blackness and black excellence. But you're sitting there in this same environment. Celebrating. Go look at it. Then you'll get my visual. This was about a month ago. I've been had this on my mind for a month. And then the tipping point was when this young man, and I love Trevor Noah, love him. I want to know what's in his social structure that made him make a statement like that. That's all. Why would you trust a black woman over everything else? Why would you trust? He said it, them his words. I noticed I didn't hear no comment on what he said. His words. Byron Allen's actions. Robert F. Smith's actions. He went to Morehouse and told a whole class of 2019, which is nothing but black young men, I'm finna change y'all life. All of y'all paying, all of y'all dead on. Y'all don't owe nothing. Your parents don't owe nothing. If your parents took out a loan, I'm gonna give your parents the money back. Reginald Lewis, Google him. The owner of Beatrice International. When he died, his Asian wife took over his fortune. Kobe Bryant, he passed. That's all I'm saying. What's that? The rhetorical ethic? The things you said is true, but the behavior don't match the thing that you said. That's all I'm saying. If you can't get that, well, we'll talk about some sports. Maybe you'll get that. Let me give us a commercial somewhere. This is a good time to look at to talk to Cox Brady. I knew this was gonna get this kind of reaction. That's why I did it. I ain't scared. Chop Shop, we'll be back in a minute.
The Cox Brady Law Firm. Big city, big town, big settlement. Your fight is our fight. Need legal advice? You know who to call. Personal injury, wrongful death, car accidents, premise liability, serious injuries. 1-800-HURT-NOW. The Cox Brady Law Firm. Big city, big town, big settlement. Your fight is our fight. Need legal advice? You know who to call.
Welcome back to the best 120 minutes of your day. Chop Shop. What the last thing I said, that is Moody said, Hatterism. The things you said was true, that is Moody. But the behavior don't match the things that you said. That's a good one. That is. Tweet that one. That's tweetable. The thing you said was true, but the behavior don't match the thing that you said. I like that one. I kind of like that one. But guess what, y'all? Guess who done popped in? Guess who done popped in? Guess who done popped in?
What we got?
Jim, go wherever you want to go, because I know you ain't going to go where I just came from. Go wherever you want to go in the world. So it's all good. What you got going on, man? What you got? What you got? You on mute, man.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm back. What's going on? I mean, man, Women Rock Wednesday.
Your young fella, Antoine Walker, Antoine Davis, 3,000 points. He hit the 3,000 mark.
Yeah. He's all-time leading scorer in the history of Detroit Mercy.
Yeah.
And he's also the leading scorer in the history of the conference.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he just became the 11th all-time scorer in the history of the NCAA Division I basketball.
And them other guys are within reach.
Yeah, and remember back in the summer on the Chop Shop, I had projected that by the time this season was over with, that Antoine Davis would be either number 2 at the worst case scenario, barring his health, or number 1 in scoring of all time in Division I basketball. So shout out, and we'll reach over to Mike Davis, and we normally get him on the Chop Shop once every quarter. And, and he's Mike Davis, if you've never heard him speak on the Chop Shop, he's normally one of the very few coaches that do not subscribe to coach speak. When Mike Davis gets it and he get the grooving, he's giving it to you uncapped, raw in regarding it when he get to talking. I'm telling you now. And so I can't wait to get his thoughts on the Deion Sanders situation. Because if there ever was a SWAC, understand it's two different sports, but if there was ever was a SWAC head coach that can relate to a situation like Deion, to some degree, from afar, it would be Coach Mike Davis.
In which way? In which way? Help me.
Well, because Mike Davis, he grew up in Alabama, right, which was SWAC territory. The headquarters, Birmingham, Alabama. Mm-hmm. He advanced to become an assistant coach under Bobby Knight. He became the head coach of Indiana, took them to the Final Four, only to be removed a year later. And so then he ended up going to UAB and then ended up at Texas Southern University. And so you went from being at the Final Four just a couple of, maybe 4 or 5 years, a few years before. And when you're experiencing, of course, I mentioned, under the Bobby Knight. And remember now, Mike Davis received death threats and all type of stuff because white folk wanted Mike Davis to be the guy, to be that Negro that when they ousted Bobby Knight and squeezed him out, they wanted Mike Davis to take a side and say, yo, man, I don't even want no interim. I don't want to do this. If y'all ain't gonna have Bobby Knight there, I'm going. I don't even want to be here. And Mike Davis was like, made a decision like, look, man, I got to provide for my family. This opportunity, it's a dream of a lifetime. And so he goes on, and then you end up at the SWAC, ended up in Houston when Antoine was about the 7th, 8th grade or something around that time. And end up winning. He ended up he was selling a dream, an attainable dream to basketball prospects. It's like, look, y'all can come on and transfer over here at these big old schools. We'll take you at TSU. Matter of fact, I don't even need no high school players right now. This is basically what Mike Davis said to Houston. I know y'all understand this. I ain't from here, but I'm trying to win and win now. And Mike Davis took a hell of a gamble. A hell of a gamble. Basically said, y'all kiss my ass right now. I ain't going to win in the SWAC with y'all 17, 18-year-old kids. I'm playing against 22, 23-year-olds. He did it, and he went, and either he won the SWAC or went to won the tournament in 4 or 5 years at TSU. And then asked for more money. Things weren't right what he wanted it to be at the time.
I understand, but I just have that problem. I guess I'm gonna always have that problem. That's why I love this young lady's letter. Dr. Stokes yesterday, Ariana Stokes, she wrote a letter talking about Jackson State, talking about we ought to be grateful. I just don't look, cause I guess you're trying to parallel, because you said he sold him a dream, and all he was doing is
an attainable dream.
Okay, but okay, you sell them a dream. Okay, so I think the more I know about HBCUs now, because I didn't understand them, because didn't nobody teach me about them, I understand how valuable they are, and some of the students, most of the students that they done put out in this world. And that's where we go into school. That's usually where you go to school, because they said student athlete first. Now, if you get to talking about athletics and all of that, then we can say, hold up, the Hall of Fame, the Hall of Fame got a whole lot of HBCU guys in there now. It ain't but 350 of them. I just don't like when somebody just try to demean HBCUs. I just. Like the young lady said last night, Dion. I mean, on her in her letter, she said, "Player, those other colleges didn't want you in the beginning," and I found that odd because I think Deion Sanders is qualified from then to go to one of those colleges. But guess what? Everybody talking about, but Jeff Saturday, they didn't say nothing. They put Jeff Saturday. He came out of the broadcast booth right into being a coach. So my thing is, we got to stop. I got to sell you a dream to come to TSU. Do you know some of the people that came out of TSU? Do I got to sell you a dream to come to Jackson State? I just think we got to retrain and condition our mind because we are falling into the same stuff that these people tell me. No, Deion sold him a dream. No, he down there. He brought them in. I'm sitting there watching it, and I'm just sitting there watching the practices and how they brought in the new coach. He had a succession plan. The guy that so when you said parallel Mike, I just didn't understand your parallel from Mike Davis and the Deion. I didn't understand the parallel. And that's why, and I just added that. I just didn't understand the parallel. You saying, well, the reason, Mike, I want to hear what Mike Davis got to say because him and Deion was similar. It's two different. It's apples and oranges.
I didn't say they were similar. I said that if there's any coach from the SWAC, albeit there's two different sports, that can have from afar, that can understand, and I would like not necessarily that's qualified or experienced enough to halfway understand or speak on or share his thoughts on, it would be Mike Davis. Because Mike Davis is probably, think about as far as besides Johnny Jones is there now, but Johnny Jones wasn't in the SWAC before Mike Davis. So as far as head coaches of celebrity, of some type of celebrity, or was of designer magnitude, Mike Davis was that when he came into the SWAC for basketball. And that's what I'm saying. So then he left. He made a financial decision. Remember, a lot of things behind the curtain that he didn't put out publicly. But then he was like, well, look, man, if I'm gonna stay here and keep this thing going, I got y'all here now. 4 out of 5 years, I've either won the league or I won the tournament, the postseason tournament.
Nobody tore his head off about that, did it? You didn't hear nobody. I didn't hear a media outcry about it. I didn't hear him on the news talk. I didn't hear Stephen A. Smith and them talking about it.
Well, Mike Davis wasn't the equivalent of celebrity, but I'm just saying if there's links down the pecking order of a guy that came from that you did not see 5 years before being a SWAC head coach, you didn't see that. That wasn't part of the script. But life and his circumstances brought him there. So Mike Davis was basically like, look, I can keep this thing going, but you got to lock me in for 10 years. That's unheard of. I get that. But this is what, basically, in a nutshell, what allegedly, what Mike Davis asked for was requesting a 10-year deal. SWAC schools just that was unabnormal.
So he was asking something that he know he didn't, so he wanted to leave. You ain't gonna get that. That's when you know when you're negotiating like that. You know I'm not gonna give you that. Yeah, so go on, take your ass on where you need to go. Then that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, so that's the
yeah. But now, Jimmy, he said when you said compare, I was thinking you would mention some of the things he changed that now have become standard.
I thought that I wasn't going that deep into it, but yes, Mike Davis, when he came to Texas Southern, he did a lot. Remember, we talked about those money games. Those are the games. That's the slang for whenever a team like an HBCU plays one of these Power Fives, and They give them, you know, that you're going to go on the road, play them on the road, and you see a lopsided score possibly, and it's like you go all the way over there to get your heads beat in. Why would you do that? And then you got to build those kids back up, self-esteem, get your chemistry back in. Those are called money games. And money games in basketball aren't like money games in football. Money games in basketball, the highest that you're going to see that a team are probably going to get for basketball is, I'm giving you a range. The highest, the top end for a basketball game is probably going to be about 120 right now. That's the top end. That's if Kansas got you coming in. What Texas Southern did, they played Kansas. Have they played them yet? No, I think they did. Yeah, they just played Kansas, I think, recently. That's a one. That don't mean TSU got 125, but Kansas will give up to 110, something like that. But I know that some other, so that's a money game. Mike Davis actually had it allegedly that he received a lot of schools when they plays money games. That money go into the general athletic account. Get this straight now. A lot of the schools that when they play these money games and you go and get that check, that money go into the general athletic department. A lot of them, not saying all, but at Texas Southern, Mike Davis had it going into basketball. Mike Davis had it going where a percentage of his games, revenues that he went and got on the road, he got to see some of that back into his program easily. When that was a indifferent. That wasn't the normal. But we see you got some more questions on there, guys.
These folks crazy, man. These folks crazy. But I saw some, Jimmy. I'm just looking at King Sticks. In what way you say he played like a pro? Foul out every game? So pros foul out every game? King Sticks, let me put it up on the board because some of y'all might didn't see it. King Sticks said, I just be wanting to know because y'all make these comments. DeAndre Williams played like a pro. Tell me in what ways he played like a pro. Fouling out every game. Putting his team in bad situations like that. Fouling out at every damn game that they done lost. That's a pro. I'm just asking for a friend. I'm asking for a friend. What make him a pro? The dunk, one dunk, that make you a pro. I'm going to show you what a pro look like. Number 24 for Alabama last night. That's what one of them look like. When y'all come on this show telling me about a freshman scoring some points in one game and a freshman doing this and a freshman, he looked like this. If you watched the Alabama-Memphis game last night, that's how a pro looks. Brandon Williams, that's how a pro looks.
What, Brandon Miller, you mean?
Brandon Miller, I'm sorry, I don't know why I call him. I call him Brandon Miller last night. That's how a pro looks. That's why 15 scouts was in that building last night. To make him a lottery pick. So when we talk about that, who made the big shots at the end of the game? Who made the big plays at the end of the game? Not sitting on the bench with 5 fouls. So we always throwing people out there pro. Who was that? Some kid had a freshman had a good game one time. He a pro. Slow down. Slow down. Come on, man.
I'm looking right now. I was just looking up. We was talking about Mike Davis a while ago, and Antoine Davis specifically. I ignited the convo. And Antoine Davis, guys, he played his high school basketball in Houston. That's the connection with Antoine Davis. He was homeschooled. His dad actually, once again, that's why, it's fun that, you never miss till he's gone. It's like he actually bucked the system. How I mean buck the system, meaning that in a good way. The dad, he decided to hold his son out from grassroots basketball for a whole year. Michael Young did the same thing with his oldest son one summer. Didn't keep him there from all the way. Eventually gave in to the pressures, because kids gonna convince every dad. Hell, I remember back in 10 years ago, 10 years ago, hell, Robert Haller III convinced Robert Haller, look, man, I want to play with this Nike team. Man, forget them Nike. Man, I want to play with them dudes, man. That's cool. I want to go to this Peace Jam. And convince, remember, everybody has influence over somebody. So Antoine Davis convinced his dad to let him play. But the dad still didn't give in to let his son go to public school, regular public school. He was homeschooled. And what was the benefit of homeschooling your son if you are a coach, especially a college coach? Well, that means you get to see your son more. When you wake up in the morning, to go to work, as a college coach or high school, it could have been a high school coach. Guess what? You get to see your son. You get to sit there and eat breakfast with your son because he's homeschooled. People didn't think about things like that. Family values, relationships. Guess what? And don't get it twisted. He wasn't making a boatload of money, but Mike Davis was for multiple years the highest paid SWAC basketball coach in the conference at that time. Actually, he was the highest paid HBCU basketball coach in the country. Yeah. And guess what? Because of his resume and because he kept winning.
He did the right
and so that's why he deserves for us to be talking about him because he's
did
black.
The right thing for his son. I just tell y'all got to remember, this is a college coach. Everybody don't have the advantage. Even Michael Young. Michael Young was a pro basketball player. These guys, it's different. These guys are
But Mike was a college coach. Mike was a college coach.
But I'm saying these are outliers. Little Johnny, don't you be doing this? Ain't for everybody. You taking your kid out of school like that, it ain't for everybody. And I wasn't gonna never take Robert. Robert just wanted to play. I wanted Robert to play somewhere else. He wanted, I want to play. No. He ain't talking about he wanted to play with them. He said he wanted them damn shoes, the EYBL shoes. That's what he told me. He said, and I can't get them if you can't buy them, Dad. I got to go and play on the thing. I said, okay, well, go on, do it. Don't do it. But those guys are outliers, man. I wouldn't tell people at home. You know how they tell people, don't try this at home. That ain't for everybody. That ain't for everybody. It worked for these guys. I mean, it's working for this guy. The young kids can shoot the hell out of the ball. His dad is coaching the team, so he can shoot every damn ball he want to shoot. So, and guess what? We don't know if he had those opportunities if he had went somewhere else, because it's not going to be coached by his dad. So it's a lot of variables went into the making of Antoine Davis. But guess what? He went there and he did his thing. And because what? His dad can be coached, but he still got to hit them shots. And he's a shot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, it's like if he played golf, same as if he was a golf coach. What it did was it enabled, while you're at work, your homeschooled or your kid
can be with you and work with you.
Gets access to your office space, which includes the shooting gun, which includes the trainer, which includes the players to compete against, which includes, so that's on the job training for that young man. I remember Mike came on the Chop Shop and said that this kid shot an unbelievable amount of jump shots every damn day. That was part of his job. Yeah. And now, as of now, Antoine Davis is the 11th all-time leading scorer in in Division I basketball history. He has 3,001 points. Hershey Hawkins, y'all remember him?
Yes, from Bradley.
He's number 10. Only 7 points higher than Antoine Davis.
So he gonna get broke soon.
He gonna get broke off the very next game. Yeah. In the first quarter.
Who else? Who the next?
Okay, so he's number 10. Then number 9 is 3,058. So that's about maybe 2 to 3 games away.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Guy named Kadrian Clark,
Okay.
right? Back about 20 years ago at remember St. Peter's made that run in the NCAA back in the day? He was at St. Peter's. So number 8 is when we're going to speak on this again, and that's going to be next week. 366 points. Remember, Antoine has 3,066 points. He has 3,001. So 65 points away, which by the time next week comes, around this time, next Wednesday or Thursday, Detroit Mercy should have played 3 games, 2 to 3. He might get it in 2. We don't know.
Yeah.
Guess who that person is? That's when it becomes special.
Ooh.
And that's when spending extra time on it, because that guy that's sitting at number 8 is former Texas Southern University.
Harry Machine Gun Kelly.
Damn right.
That's my man.
You see what I'm saying? So, and right as it stands, Harry Machine Gun Kelly is the all-time leading scorer from any HBCU. He's not going to bounce out of the record books. He just go from number 8 to number 9. You follow me, guys? Nothing to be bad about, you know.
Jimmy, records are made to be broken.
Well, I'm sorry. Let me take that back. Alfonso Ford, Mississippi Valley, is the all-time, and he's at 3165. So if Antoine's at 3,001, just say 3,000 for safe math. And if he's averaging 25 points a game, that means 4 games will get him to 3,100, right? 8 games to get him to 3,200. That means around 7 games he should be passing Alfonso Ford, right?
I remember Alfonso Ford too.
Yeah, I remember him as well.
Right.
And so that Alfonso Ford is at number 5. Mm-hmm. Another guy with a connection to Houston, where Alfonso Ford played against TSU and came to Houston once a year. So that's kind of like he doesn't live here, but that we in Houston, we had a direct opportunity to see him play. Another player who played here on the regular is sitting at number 2. And that's Freeman Williams.
Oh! Whoa.
Freeman Williams used to play in the Pro-Am for about 8-10 years in Houston.
But he just wasn't no great pro. But he was a hell of a college player.
He wasn't no great pro.
Yeah.
Pro-Am. He was great in the Pro-Am.
Yeah.
In the Pro-Am, Freeman used to light that thing up as like Herb Baker would be doing if he's sitting at home under the tree right now. I mean, I used to watch this guy shoot that thing, bang, bang, bang. I'm talking about, man.
With no effort. No effort. It's like he don't even look like he working hard.
And that was back then. That wasn't on my own. That was back then when most grown folk.
Wasn't no 3-point shot then, though, Jim.
Wasn't no 3-pointer back when he played. In the Pro-Am, that was a 3-pointer that came around then. Now, but I didn't know him when he was at Portland State or something like that.
Portland State, that man, oh my God.
I didn't know him back then, but then you know him in the Pro, and then you get to wondering, like, man, how this dude played it. I mean, guess what? But Antoine Davis, Detroit Mercy has 20 games left on their regular season schedule. Okay. And if you do the math, and if he averages 25 a game over those 20 games that's left, that's about 500 points. That'll put him at 3,501. The all-time lead, that'll put him at number 2. Freeman is number 2. Behind Pistol Pete. Now, if they go to the conference tournament, and let's say Detroit Mercy is catching their rhythm, and they win 5 games to get out of the conference tournament.
5 more games.
That's another 100 points to get them at 3,600. And let's say they go into the March Madness and they get a dance, or they get to the NIT, or they make it to the championship game and they take him to the NIT. And he goes and he plays another. All he needs now, he would be 3,600 points at that time. He would be 67 points shy. Now, what you think Mike Davis gonna do if with his son, if he's 67 points shy of Pistol Pete?
I'm gonna tell you what he gonna do. You remember I told you about when R. Kelly used to come in with the gym for him, and he be in there playing, and he play against, let's say he play against his 5 against your 5. Nobody on his team shoot but him. He shoots.
Would you take the L? Would you take the L on top of your
Jimmy, you get a rebound and you got a layup, you kick that thing back out to Arquette. Wham!
I got one better than that. If you're the opposing coach, do you box and one him?
It don't matter.
If he that close to the record, do you let him try to get
boxing one really is a dumbass defense, really.
Yeah. I mean, star players know how to play.
It really ain't.
I'm just giving everybody an example.
They tried to box in one Kendrick last night and got 30 put on their ass last night. Kendrick Davis. Yeah.
Smart ballers know how to get, because that ain't your first time seeing it. Now, what happens is people their first, second time seeing boxing one,
I used to hate it.
Then they go, man, when they boxing one, I'm like, you ain't the first mofo to be boxing one. What the hell is wrong with you?
But Jimmy, you got no. Jimmy, no. You got to be. They don't box in one everybody now, so that is an accomplishment.
Yeah, but when it happens, people think like, well, man, why your son only scored 12? Man, they were boxing in one, and man, they had 2 people guarding.
Oh, you talk. Okay.
You ain't the first joker that happened to.
Right.
You got to figure it out. All them other guys figured it out. So that was the thing on that. But now, as we slide on over, speaking of college basketball, Adam, and I
don't even want to talk about one game. Let's not talk about that one game. Talk about every game except one.
You said Memphis, Kendrick Davis scored 30.
I'm just talking about Kendrick Davis. I don't want to talk about the game. I got a headache.
Y'all didn't win that game?
Hell no, man. Lost by 3. No, not by 3 punts.
Oh, it was close then. Close ain't no big.
No, Coach, Jimmy, they won that game, Jimmy, when you got a 26-year-old fouling out every damn game, we got a problem. I don't know what Penny can do. I don't know what adjustment he can make. But if you've been in college basketball that long, you should know, young man. Wait a minute. Why his summer coaches not claiming him like that? I ain't nothing against the kid. But you know, y'all be claiming him Jimmy, they be claiming him every other time. You know, Alpha, you on here yesterday. Oh, he played in our system. Who claiming this? What makes you come every game, Sean Davis, and foul out? Go look at the damn record. Craig Foley, you get 3 fouls in the first half, every damn game. Hold up. They ain't get a technical. That's another foul. Jimmy?
Wait a minute. I'm looking at this box score right now.
Go look at it.
So Jaden Bradley got the start. He got a promotion after that U of H performance. Mm-hmm. He's in the starting lineup.
Okay. I'm glad you looked.
He finished with 10 punts in 21 minutes. Mm-hmm. Kendrick Davis had 30. Had 30. Now, Kendrick Davis played 37 minutes. And
but they had to switch the other dude up because dude thought he was doing cooking, and then Penny said, "Hey y'all, Penny came to that thing. Y'all ain't making no shots. Get a damn ball to Kendrick and get y'all's ass out the way."
Say, man, let me tell y'all something. One thing that's gonna be good for him is that nobody will be able to say that Kendrick Davis wasn't battle tested. Kendrick Davis is probably going to go and end up playing in the summer league, and it is all in the NBA for kids like him. It really, really matters the right system. It's almost better if he don't even get drafted.
Well, that's a good chance he might not get
drafted. It's almost better for him to not get. I'm saying this. It's almost better. Because he can get.
But Coach, Jimmy, when you go to the summer league, even if you go to the summer league, you're auditioning for everybody.
Yeah.
It ain't like it used to be. But if he get drafted, he'll be locked to that team.
You stuck.
He'll be locked to that team. But if he's in the second round, he's not locked to that team.
Yeah, and he's going to get. That's the worst case scenario. He's going to be on the summer league roster.
Oh, of course.
He's going to be on the summer league roster.
I got a call last night. We got a call that. Yeah.
And the thing is, him picking the right program, the right situation. Like I can see him immediately going in and competing possibly with a program like Orlando.
But
Cole is getting ready to walk in a minute. Cole 2 years in.
they don't want no Cole. They don't want Cole. No.
Exactly my point. He's getting ready to walk in a minute. So guess what? I can
just
see
get
him.
on a team, Coach. Coach, just make a team. We got to make a team first before you start talking about replacing goddamn starters. Let's make a team first. Let's go make a team. Let's go to the summer league, show out, then make a team. I'm trying to tell y'all this stuff was a process. This NBA, just because you had this, like I'm telling y'all, he got a shot, but I don't know about replacing Cole. Cole, no. Cole gonna talk himself out of it. But Marcus Carroll, I'm glad you're here. Zion Williams gave a shout out to your boy, Corey Brewer, for helping him with his development. Him and Teresa Weatherspoon. I know you love Corey Brewer. You hate every team. You hate the Rockets because he didn't give him another chance to play. But he's doing he done met his calling right now. But back to this Memphis game, Penny. That's it, Penny. Jimmy. It was crazy, Jimmy. They had these boys beat, Jimmy. They made 1 3-pointer the whole game. 1 3-pointer the whole game. Memphis could throw it in the ocean, and still hung with these guys, man. It's but I don't like moral victories. I'm just trying to figure out what makes a guy that done been all around, then played on every damn team made possible. Why you still coming in fouling out every game? Go back to the last 3 or 4 games. Every game that we lost, Williams has fouled out. You're too vital to the team, man. But guess what, Jimmy? You always want to slap. This is his favorite move. Slap the ball out your hand. Slap the ball out your hand. Slap the ball out your hand. So it's you just got to get smarter. Just got to get smarter, man, in this game, man. This game. Bobby Knight said, man, I told you what he said. People making dumb plays lose more games than people making smart plays win. I mean, it was, Jimmy, when I tell you it was a fight, that dude Bradley, they was talking about him at first, then Kendrick said, okay, you know what? I'm finna go to the left on you every time and you're not going to be able to stop me. I ain't going to even go to my right hand on your ass. I'm finna go to the left on you and then I don't know who was in the crowd talking stuff to him. He went right up under that basket and talked crazy to that man, whoever was in that crowd, every time he scored a basket on this dude. It was a classic game, man. One of the most entertaining games I ever seen. Huh? I was proud. Huh? What'd you say?
I say, how was he getting his buckets?
Any way he wanted, he just couldn't hit a 3. If he hit a 3, he was 0 for 4 for 3. Everybody was, it was 1 for 12 for 3. If Jimmy, he hit one of them threes, we win the game. They couldn't stop him. He was just he was mid-ranging in the depth. Yeah. I mean, hey, what's the boy name? What's the boy y'all talking about? Bradley. He might have held a Sasser, but that's a different monster down there in Memphis. Hey, you pro scouts, y'all looking at Sasser. Y'all better take y'all foot down there and watch it over there too. His mid-range, and Jimmy, guess what? You know the biggest hater. You know the guy that hate on Penny, the writer that Penny got into it with. You remember was talking crazy to Penny. Get what he tweeted last night. In my 26 years of covering the sport, of covering Memphis basketball, I've never seen a person go to the line and I just know they're going to make it like Kendrick Davis. He don't miss no free throw. Jimmy, that man Stephon Curry from the free throw line. Now, that's what's going to propel him, Jimmy.
When he get there, he always line that right foot up in front of the goal.
Jimmy, everybody line that thing up. They don't hit it, though.
But you watch him, it's a conscious, that's part of his rhythm. He lined that thing up and he stepped it down. Now I've been watching Kendrick and he look up there and he goes through his motions and knock him on it. Good, pretty
Jimmy,
good.
Jimmy, everybody got a routine. I promise. Shaq had a routine. Giannis got a routine.
But it didn't work for Shaq.
But this Kendrick Davis, this man, Jimmy, you know this a hater. He was a hater. He's a real hater for Memphis basketball. He said in his 26 years, he ain't never seen nobody. He said every time this man go through, what Kendrick hit? What was he? What did they? What he? 8 for 8 last night. 8 for 8 last night. Jimmy, this young, hey man, I'm so thankful Penny got that thing done and getting that kid down there, man, because boy, we be lost. And I just hope that little ankle, Jimmy, that ankle is still tender. It ain't healed yet. So anytime he hit it down on it wrong, he limping off the field because he didn't finish the game. But that little young dude, what his name? Damarian, the one who just was able, Franklin, Jimmy. That young guy came in there, man. I like him, Jimmy. hey, he gonna put somebody for some minutes, man. So, what'd you say? What did you tell me?
Man, I'm just laughing. I just got a message, and I just want to give a shout out. I can't wait till the night.
Who played tonight?
It was a young man we talked about several times on this Chop Shop. We had his dad used to come on all the time. And you know how the dads, as you said, we tell people, a lot of you basketball parents, you come in cycle when your kid going out of this and it don't fall the way that you want them to, then you're gone. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, we even get Kenneth Lofton's dad still comes on the Chop Shop. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wesley Yates III, of course, well, his dad, he hadn't went to college yet.
He ain't went to college yet. He gonna leave us too.
Lori Dotson, her son went through the motion, still on the Chop Shop, and that's part of the good thing, or one of the great feelings you see, and you see some of those names and they're still dialoguing and they come on back. Nobody's, is going to be on every single day, but this particular dad used to always ask questions. Kind of reminded me of one of the dads that what's his name with the kid from Stratford, Bishop, Mr. Bishop.
Oh, yeah.
And it would always, ask the questions, then you give them the answers, then it's like, then they would tell you this and that and make it seem like, but this particular dad, his son was about 5'10". And he was like, well, my son is Division I player. I'm like, well, not right now. I'm like, all you need to do is make one person like him, but not right now. Nobody's biting on him. And it's not, you have to go the long route. If he's Division I basketball player, then you got to go and keep playing, and opportunities and the doors may open up. And for this young man, it appears that finally he's got he's been cleared to suit up and play his first Division I basketball game tonight. Remember, he went to prep school, Hatter. Mm-hmm. Went to another prep school. Went to junior college. And now, supposed to been going to one school, Division I, in the SWAC, and now he's at Jackson State because Mo Williams liked him. And when Mo left Mississippi Valley and took over at Jackson State, Mo still told him to come in. But look, we can't put you on scholarship. You got to pay your own way. So now he gambled in himself, paid his own way, and the NCAA just cleared him. And that young man name is, I want to say Keontae Cornelius.
Oh, he's a baller.
So he gets to play his first game tonight against Mississippi State. Now, the dad has reached out, and the dad expect him to be in the starting lineup. I don't know. We all will see tonight. But Jackson State will be in Houston this weekend. They're playing, I think, Texas Tech at Delmar Fieldhouse in the doubleheader, the coaches versus racism. Remember U of H played North Carolina A&T the other night. That game is part of that.
Hey, this little dude can hoop, man. Hey, this little dude, I saw him in the pro-am. Keontae can flat out go get it. He's short.
So, but and guess what? Once
But he
if
say
Mo,
starting tonight. Let me explain
the
something
dad,
about your
I'm
boy.
just saying, I don't know. The dad says he
He
expects for
expected
him
to
to start.
start. Okay. Well, maybe he been Jim. Let me tell you something about Mo Williams. Though. Mo Williams, y'all need to go get it because I tried to find it where I can put it on, but it was on YouTube and I can't take their stuff and put it on live. But Mo had a real passionate plea. He was down there begging the fans to come to the game tonight. He said, man, y'all, 50,000 of y'all can go and watch a football game. We got a 7,500 seater, man. Why can't y'all fill that up? I'm asking y'all. I'm pleading to y'all. I'm pleading to y'all. Let's get in there tonight. Y'all got to go chase on YouTube. Mo Williams begging his ass up. Man, he was talking like Lenny Williams. He was going, oh. I mean, and he just said, y'all can act as a sixth man to y'all. Hey man, y'all celebrating and I'm watching some of you fans, even TSU fans. Y'all coming to these football games, but y'all ain't going to these basketball games like y'all should. And guess what? My plea out to Mo. And Mo, I was just kidding with you, but it was a passionate plea to me, man. And I guess we don't like basketball. We don't like being inside. We like being outside with the element. It's just I remember, y'all got to remember now, Kevin Sampson was walking around the campus with a bullhorn. Y'all wasn't coming to the games in the beginning. Saying, come out tonight. I need you out there tonight. I need you. Kevin Sampson. Now you can't buy a ticket to get in there now. So Mo, man, I support you, man. Jackson, what my girl, Tanya and Benita and all of y'all, man, y'all got to come to the basketball. I know football game is a weekend thing. Y'all can get off and come on the weekend. I know that. But we got to figure out if 60,000 people coming to a football game, Jimmy, 7,000 ought to be able to come to the thing.
Yeah, indeed. And if you guys haven't shared the show, please take out the time and share the show right now to your timelines, to your pages, to your groups, and the daddy from Keontae George's daddy just asked me to ask you, Adam, what's your prediction for over and under? They're playing against the number 17 ranked team in the country. His first Division I basketball game for his son. He feeling so good. He say, what's the over and under?
I don't know about the over and under.
Hold on. He already set the number.
He set the number. Okay.
He taking the over on his son tonight. 20 points.
Jimmy, let me tell you something. With Mo Williams being the coach, you got to understand they ain't got but one win. Mo Williams got to shake some shit up. Excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry. Mo Williams got to shake some up, Jimmy. Jimmy, they got one win. So, of course, Keontae going to come in there and tie them dudes' ass up. And don't let him smack around. Don't let him mess around and get upset. I'm Team Keontae on that one.
So you taking the over on the 20?
Jimmy. He might score 17. But Jimmy.
That ain't 20.
I know. I'll go under. All I'm saying is Mo ain't won a game. This dude's first game eligible. What has he got to lose? Hey, player, go out there and cook like, hold up, this is what I do. I take a page out of Penny Book. Y'all get y'all behinds out the way and get out the way and let Kendrick Davis go cook. Let Keontae go cook. Tanya said, check my phone. Tanya, why you ain't going to the basketball game? Hold up. Let me see. Hold up. I hit dog a holler. Yeah, Tanya, I can't put it on the screen though, Tanya. But Mo, this is Mo, y'all. Y'all look it up. Oh, no. You know, I put it on the screen. Y'all can see it. I put it on the screen because Tanya, you can copy and paste it to the screen. Let me copy and paste this thing for y'all, man. Copy the link. Mo begging, Jimmy, Mo saying, man, please come out to the game tonight. Cause Keontae about to cook. He didn't say that. I'm saying that.
I'm just going to say.
I'm saying that.
Remember now, the game tonight is at Mississippi State. The
Yes.
game on Saturday is in Houston, a neutral location versus Texas Tech. So this means that Keontae Cornelius,
Gonna cook.
this young man from Spring High School, right out in the suburbs of Houston, he will get to go against 2 Power 5 backcourts in a 72-hour span.
Now who they play tonight?
Mississippi State, number
Them guys
17.
gonna get cooked tonight. That backcourt you bragging about gonna get cooked tonight. Now, well, what's the next team they play? No, yeah. No, I'm going on a limb, Jimmy. I'm going on. Wait a minute. This before the game. Did you say you like this? I'm going on a limb. Whoever the guys is at Mississippi State, somebody tagged them in the show. Your ass getting cooked tonight by KC. KC is in the building tonight. Now, what else you got to say, Jimmy?
I like that. Now,
Yeah.
remember now,
I'm on
Mississippi
the
State.
limb.
Let me say this again. Mississippi State is number 17 in the country. They are currently undefeated at 9-0. Right? And
Jimmy, I'm raising my hand.
come on.
Alabama was the top team in the country. Kendrick Davis gave them 30. Them top teams can get 30 put on their ass by a guy from Houston, a guy that live in Houston. Houston guards can give your ass a 30. That's why I told Penny, you got to go get your guard from Houston. The next guard from Houston, y'all, whoever balled it, we tried to get West, but West wanted to go out west. But the next guard to come out of Houston that's good enough, hey, man, I need you in Memphis. Okay. Texas Tech. Oh, who the next Tech? They're going to play Texas Tech next after that one?
Yeah.
Whoever them guys is, he going to get his ass that guy. He going to get him that work too. Now.
And Jackson State, remember now, they just recently they beat SMU. That's their only win.
I didn't say Alabama been number one. I said Alabama is a top-ranked team. You got to listen. Get the wax out your hair, ears. Rock Nash. Now keep going, Jim.
Yeah, man. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be
fun. I
fun.
can't wait. Let me see. Hold up. I got to make sure it's on. Is it on ESPN Plus tonight? Hold on. I got to make sure. I'm watching that. Whatever I'm doing, I'm stopping and watching that. Shit. Y'all got me messed up, man, with my young fella, man. I love his game.
Now, of course, Rock Nash said they ain't played nobody. Yeah, of course, they haven't played a top 10, top 25 team. But however, remember, Marquette, with shocking them, was a quality win. They beat Marquette.
Who beat Marquette?
Mississippi State.
Where's Marquette ranked? Nowhere.
Nowhere, but Marquette beat, who was that? They beat Texas, I think, or Baylor. Was it Baylor or Texas? They Marquette.
They beat Baylor.
Beat Baylor. You know what I'm saying? That's a quality win. And also, Utah is always right there in the middle, on the second tier, of teams right there. So that's a quality win to beat Utah. So that's right now, those are their best wins on paper. Minnesota, they beat Minnesota. That's another Power 5 win. But this is not the Minnesota of old. Once again, tonight, Jackson State. And wait a minute.
And get what, Jimmy?
Wait a minute. That game is in Jackson.
Yes. I said he was begging people to come to the game tonight. You ain't listening, man. What are you drinking over there?
I thought you were talking about begging people to come to the game on Saturday for Houston.
No, tonight. Tonight is going to be.
Call Kevin Sapp to get him a bullhorn. Get my bullhorn. See, here's the thing, and this is a whole nother topic. And this remind me, like fans alike.
Leave my fans alone,
Did you see the video of there was a high school game this past weekend in Houston featuring 2 top 10 players going at it? Jace Posey and Keanu Dawes from Stratford High School.
Missed that game, man.
Played at Strake Jesuit.
Yeah.
Jace Posey's on the front cover. And that was one of them games I had talked about it beforehand because nobody else is. A lot of people afraid to talk before games. And people like whispering after it's over with. Only if your player do well.
I don't like to talk before games, but you're right.
There's
some people did tell me that dude's supposed to be on him.
And so I was like, okay, man, my thing. Who you gonna? So my thing was, yeah. So and Jace Posey was one of them names we talked about.
They didn't never say Jace to me though. Yeah, they always said the guy Payne.
They told me him or him.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
So now, Jace Posey defended his turf. He dropped 41 and a W.
What the hell you mean defended his turf? The 41 is a double, Jimmy. That's a kill shot.
Yeah, but it was a close game. They wanted to like in the closing seconds, and Keanu Dawes had a good game. He had like 32 and maybe 9.
But Jimmy,
great game.
41 and a W is a kill shot. That's what they call it. That's what happened last night on LeBron them. Jason, what's his name? Not Jason. Jason Tatum had a 44 and a kill shot. But what? So if I finish talking about this, it's interesting.
Yeah, and so in this particular game, I was describing the students section of Strake Jesuit, which I've seen it this before. They during one of the times because the game was very spirited.
Were you there?
No, didn't make that game.
Okay.
And I think that was the night we had our event over the Third Ward Jamboree over at Yates High.
Okay.
So this game, the spirit was just circulating and reverberating all over the. They were going at it. The student section for the Crusaders. And in case you don't understand, Strake Jesuit is a private school, and they're one of only 2 private schools in the state of Texas that were allowed to compete in the University Interscholastic League, which is the governing body for public schools. They allowed back in 2009, I think I want to say, they allowed them, 2008, they allowed 2 schools, Dallas Jesuit and Houston Strake Jesuit, to compete. It cost about $33,000+ per year to attend Strake Jesuit. That's about what it costs, per year, not for the 4-year term, per year. This school has, in the last 15 years, some pretty rich basketball history. Some star players, some guys who wore NBA jerseys, some McDonald's All-Americans have played at Strake Jesuit.
Rasheed Suleiman.
Rasheed Suleiman, the Harrison twins went there.
They played briefly, yeah. They played, yeah.
And that workload, that caseload, because you have so much.
He said it ain't but 20K. It ain't but 20K now, Jim. 20K.
No, Bush, no.
Rock got somebody over there.
That may be for his son with a scholarship.
Okay. So normal people is 33K. You saying?
No, I said about because this price went up.
20 between 20 and 30. That's in the range.
Yeah, it's in the range. If you want to put it.
It's in the range. That's what you always talk about.
It's an all boys school as well.
Yes, but St. Agnes right across the street. It's an all girls school.
Across the parking lot, they have a all girls school.
Yeah,
over with them. And now this Strake Jesuit situation. We mentioned what's the young fella? My young fellow who
Keith Frazier.
Tim Frazier.
Tim Frazier. What I say?
Tim Frazier went to straight Jesuit, right? Joey Brooks played at Notre Dame, straight Jesuit.
Yeah, Joey didn't make it to no pros.
He didn't make it to the pros, but he was a college coach up until last year. So, I mean, anyway, straight Jesuit. So, my thing is, the game, so people say that game was crunk. You know, people hear the games, two things that people define as crunk in the game. One is the energy that comes from the stands. And normally it's a packed, the more people in the stands increases the odds of that energy building into that moment. And it takes a good game and a good matchup also. It takes a battle to go into that. So in this situation though, but then I've seen packed houses or good stadiums, and the crowd can be nonchalant. It's kind of like going to an NBA game versus going to a college game.
Yeah. Those
same people could go to the
college game and act a damn fool.
And they'll be rooting and tooting. And those same people can go to the same crowd, go to the Toyota Center, and everybody just be sitting there.
So
my thing is, that's my question, Hal. Why do we turn down in certain games that you know you're going, you paid your money? Why are we not so nonchalant more so nowadays? And you see that more and more. In grassroots basketball, you'll see nonchalant crowds. Everybody just sitting there quiet.
Oh yeah.
Everybody just on pin, waiting on that guy to hit a bucket. Now, when they hit a guy in the bucket, they're gonna tap your ass and break your arm off. Tap you on the arm. You see that? You see that?
It's too much pressure out there, man. It's big business now, man. It's different. It's different. Everybody coming got an agenda. Everybody got a midget this damn tall coming in there thinking he finna go pro. Every one of them. No matter what school you go to. We got mamas out there talking about, I just hope my son grow a little bit more. It helps to be tall. But y'all, there's some tall people ain't making it in the league either. A lot of them. Should I go get you that free agent list and to tell you about these tall people? Like what his name? What's the boy? Your best friend Jimmy Dwight Howard. Ain't he tall? He overseas. He tall. He been Taiwan. DeMarcus Cousins. He tall. He ain't over there. The tall y'all. Hey man, I promise y'all. Just me in this 30 years in this business and watching the crazy stuff that happen. How I watched two brothers go through the same routines. Blake and his brother. All through high school, all through junior high. But one of them wound up being great, and the other one, he worked for Blake. Michael Jordan and his brother. Larry used to be great. Michael grew up to be greater. I'm watching Keegan Murray. They did the same workouts. They had the same work. Y'all, sometimes God just come down and touch you in this game. Everybody, it don't work. It's gonna always be, Jimmy. It's gonna always be, and just me watching it, Jimmy. I be watching it. Just he can't miss, man. Anybody can miss. Nobody is a can't miss in professional sports, man. Everything got to go exactly right for you to make it. But you're right, Jimmy. These people, it's no. Even at your event, everybody was just sitting around like this. High school games, they ain't cheering too much no more. Now, that atmosphere like that atmosphere when I went to see St. John's play against Episcopal, I love that atmosphere. Maybe it's just the private schools, because what? Maybe it's just the private schools is like that. Them folks saying, our feature secured. We can chill. We ain't thinking about all this shit. Y'all in here thinking about... is he gonna make it to college? Y'all in there like, man, he got to hit these points. He got to do good tonight. He got to do good tonight. Maybe that's the way it is, Jimmy. People are uptight. I don't know. But I'm watching all of these parents, they walk in the building uptight like a, dude, your son ain't that damn good, no way. But everybody's uptight. Mad at Doug, mad at you, mad at Jeffrey Day, mad at them other guys who be out here doing this stuff. Everybody mad, Jimmy. They mad. They just mad at everything. They call me, we leaving the school. We about to transfer. This coach ain't this coach ain't that. Dude, Jimmy, I'll go in the gyms. People just don't understand. I just be watching their ass. I sit here and watch. I'm at another game. I'm watching the parents. It's a crying shame that I know who the damn parents is and don't even know the damn people. They just sad. A group of them over here one game. Just sad. 3 dads in a row. Sad. Jimmy, it ain't nothing to cheer about out here, man. It's business to these folks, man. Every time my son step out and play, it's business. Because he might be junior. He might be the next Junior Lofton.
That's what his trainer told him.
Coach, it ain't just the trainer. Them mammies and daddies in there, they're telling them too, Jimmy. Them mammies, man, them mammies hoping and praying, Jimmy. So everybody's uptight. Let your son be a 9th grader. Let him be a 10th grader. Let him be an 11th grader. When I go see a kid, a coach shouldn't tell me the kid will be all right if his daddy leave him alone. His kid will be all right if his mama just shut up. Parents, y'all stay out of this, man. Y'all ruin these kids, man. I promise you. Y'all messing them up. What else you got, Jimmy?
Yes, we got, of course, you guys, that's the thing. I saw Herb Baker say the Rockets are boring as hell. Well, a lot of the games can be boring, Jimmy. Remember, think about it. If nobody's talking smack on the court, if nobody's energetic, if we're as fans, I put it like this.
Jim. Herb's telling the truth, Jim.
No, I got an experiment.
Okay, help me out.
Okay, let's take it and transfer it over to camps. Y'all been at certain camps that like the NBA players give these certain camps, and the NBA, and you've been. I know all of y'all have been to 1 or 2. Certain camps, the energy is different. And when that person whose picture is on the flyer, when they're actually present and engaging, you'll get a different type of clap rather than the normal 2-3 clap. You'll get different type of energy. Like when I've seen certain ones, and I saw the Patrick Beverly one, because he's the conductor and he's helping to motivate them. When people are motivated to root or clap, it's different. Take it back to the NBA game. When that leading scorer make a bucket and he asks that crowd, like, where y'all at? And he does something like that, he's motivating the fans to start cheering. If Ja Morant makes a play, he's going to motivate and do his dance.
Jimmy, he don't have to. Them folk down there crazy. Them folk gonna cheer because they ain't got shit else to do in Memphis.
But
they gonna cheer.
Back when he first got there wasn't much to cheer about.
Okay.
For their pro team.
And I always know how you like to throw that shot in there, but keep going.
No, in the shot, that's a fact. When he first got there, so I mean, he would, and sooner or later,
Beale Street rocking right now, baby. Hey, Jim, Tanya said, stop. Tanya said, I said, they're mammoths. Sonya, I'm telling you, one of these days you come to Houston, I'm going to take you to the game with me. I'm going to walk in the gym. I'm going to say, He think it's sounding good. And what this how they do. But Jimmy, I see what you're saying in pro game. Jimmy, though, them pro games, though, not all of them. Because Memphis is crazy. Sacramento is crazy. The Lakers too cool. Half of them in the back. Miami, half of them in the back. Jimmy, you been in the back at Miami? In the little restaurant in the back? Man, you don't even want to go all that work in back there. You don't even want to go watch the game out there, man.
Yeah, but you see, okay, think about this. Go back to let's say the Rockets.
Right.
Those people really, they're striving. They're not just okay with it. Because a lot of people are in corporate and a lot of you closer to the seat, to the floor.
Yeah.
Those are a lot of corporate entities purchase season
Absolutely.
tickets.
Absolutely.
So, but those same guys
Or go to their college and
will go
crazy.
to U of H, and I've seen some of them sitting silent, and they sitting there during the timeouts dancing. Mattress Mac is dancing his ass off at a U of H game, but he's sitting there at the Rockets,
Chill.
just nonchalant. So you got to be motivated. I really believe that if now there's a person that can motivate.
Jimmy, he don't like the Rockets that much now.
No, I understand this.
No. I'm just letting you know now. That ain't.
I'm giving you an example of what to prove that the Rockets would love you to be motivated but it ain't working right now.
Right.
And that is, if you go there, they got some old guys, some common folk that they audition to wear red and they paint their face and they sit up.
Oh, the Rockets they got their own section.
Yeah, they got their own section.
Yeah.
Their job is to help motivate everybody.
Yeah.
And it still ain't working right.
Jimmy, yes it is. Jimmy, I bet you the next game it be. Because they got on a 5-game home, got a 5-game home winning streak.
Yeah, beat Phoenix last night.
Jimmy, do you know who they beat? They beat Philly, then go beat Milwaukee, and now Phoenix.
Yeah.
And look, Curly had little purse wearing dude balling his butt off.
I mean, he had 26.
The Red Routers, that's what they call the Red Routers.
The Red Routers. See, so that lets you know that they're trying to duplicate that atmosphere, and it definitely can happen because guess what? It's happening. You got to win first of all.
Jimmy, maybe it's a lot of guys in there like me. I'm not cheering for nobody. I ain't cheering for Memphis. I said I ain't cheering for my damn son.
Okay.
I just sit back and chill.
Okay, got a good example. Another one on back to the college level.
Mm-hmm.
You've been to several Texas Southern University games.
Mm-hmm.
And the crowd has been nonchalant, but then when Arizona State came to town,
I was jumping up. Boy, I even jumped up that game.
That's what I'm trying to give you.
Yeah.
You ain't too old for that. You wasn't too old to get off your ass and dance.
Yeah. I just wanted to win, man, so bad, right?
Okay, you were.
But you can't do that 44 times, Jimmy.
Yeah,
41 times.
The game is good, and the product on the floor is recirculating. And then if you got you got to have the right optics. Remember now, the Houston Rockets actually hired. Remember, we had one of the popular DJs on one of the hip hop stations in Houston about 10 years ago. Yeah. The Houston Rockets hired him.
Yeah, what the boy name?
To be the PA for them. Yeah. Hoping he would bring a following.
Every gym got that, Jim. Every place got that.
T. Gray, that's his name. T. Gray.
T. Gray, yeah. Every stadium got that now.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. That's the new thing now. Because guess who does? When I was in Atlanta a month and a half ago, for the opener against the Hawks with the Rockets, guess who does? Who's their PA guy?
Who?
Tigger from BET.
Okay. Yeah.
Tigger from BET.
He live there.
Atlanta Hawks.
He live there. Yeah.
He's the Atlanta Hawks guy. I was like, that's Tigger. I was sitting down there. I'm down there. I can see that's
Tigger. Okay, Tigger.
But I'm just saying, just giving you food for thought in that you can go to these games and you can actually, if you want to cheer, if you want to be engaged, you can be engaged.
Hey,
I've been, Hannah,
hey.
we've been to some Astro games, and some games we saw New York, it's been quiet. But then certain players, if you're around in your vicinity, somebody you can talk good smack to, that's my dude right there, he coming to play. It's good. The energy is there if you just decide to stir the pot.
Hey, Jimmy, what were you saying? Something about selling a dream a minute ago. Herb is dreaming. He talking about he not cheering because he think he better than everybody on the floor. No, you ain't, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. And then he talking about the Red Routers, the team they wearing Seattle Super. No, those were the old San Diego, the San Diego Rockets colors. You got to know the history. That's one of them. Because you know the Rockets got these crazy looking colors. Look like, yeah, they being nostalgic. So all they want you to do, Herb, is go buy another jersey.
Yeah.
That's all they want you to do is go buy another jersey. That's all. That's why they switch up on these old ugly ass jerseys. I ain't buying that. Not now. If I didn't earn it, I'm not buying it. How about that? But Jimmy, what else you got before we get out of here?
And of course, we mentioned the Rockets with that big win over the Suns, 111-97, wasn't even close. But the Houston Rockets, remember now, and Stephen Silas made his return back to the bench because a lot of people, that's good for him, man. Because people start to, man, is Luka's gonna coach it? Luka's gonna. I'm glad he's back.
Me too, man. I ain't like
I'm glad he's back.
I didn't like that. People,
that way now you're taking it. You're taking this whole thing and putting it away because Houston Rockets had a chance to hire John Lucas. They knew exactly what they were doing. They knew exactly. And guess what?
Jim, you open up a can of worms, Jim. Tigger stole that job from another dude, and the city was mad about it. But now finish up. Tigger stole that damn job.
Well, I mean, the Ryan Cameron, you know, hell, he's a Hall of Famer. He out of Atlanta, man. He's like the Ralph Cooper.
Yeah, but that's why they were mad
of ATL.
But go on finish with John. I'm sorry, my bad.
Yeah, but John Lucas. So now you can see, guys, that moment with John celebrating after that win of the night. That was natural, man. That dude really wanted to win, and then he goes and he made a decision after that game to cancel his annual camp Right Way, which is for some of the top middle school kids in the whole country.
Why?
He said, I'm canceling this to concentrate on, to give all my time toward the Rockets.
Oh.
That always happens during the Christmas holidays.
Okay.
That camp. So, which,
why,
you know.
Why the change of heart now?
I mean, the reason he's giving is just because he want to concentrate on the Rockets. He want to give all his time because normally he would come show up. He would show up in, you know, a couple of times, once each day or whatever. But he want to give his time towards his job.
Okay.
And
Absolutely.
that says something. You understand? It's a lot of things that go into place. If you listen, you think I'm joking. When you listen to Jalen Green talk the other night, first thing he says, man, he mentioned about John Lucas and how he's helping them and how he's always a lot of those guys. And you watching or if you're paying attention, you'll see. If you ever go to a game, you'll see him how they interacting with Luke.
He spend time with him, coach,
and he knows them in ways and in manners that upper management would take years, an abundance of time to do so.
Gotcha. Yeah, he's different. He one of a kind too. We talking about deal. John is one of one. Ain't no John Luke. Ain't but one like John around the league. Ain't but one like that, Jimmy. Just the stuff that he did from the grassroots all the way up to the pros. People in his gym. His footprint is his fingerprints is on Penny. Because that's when Penny needs some information about something. About this stuff, he always called John. John is one of his. John got tentacles around the whole basketball ecosystem, man. Ethos. He got. I mean, he's everywhere, and I mean, it's just unbelievable. I love the other night. I just didn't want people getting too happy because this dude's dad, Paul Salas, Stephen Salas, dad died. Paul Salas was a great man too. And great friend of John's, by the way. John know him real well. So it's John Luke is one of a kind, man. And I know y'all, and I hate that y'all just labeling him like JL3. John Lucas' legacy is way bigger than JL3. Okay, you're not competing. You know, you might be competing with them guys he got running this program, but you're never gonna compete with this guy. You know, he was the #1 pick in the draft. He was the best tennis player in the country. So he was the #1 tennis player and the #1 basketball player all in 1 year. That ain't ever happened ever again. He's one of one. So I he know how I feel about it. Y'all, I told y'all about that he was my hero before I come, because I played tennis and I played basketball. So he don't reduce this man to these little summer basketball teams. Yeah. And I see a lot of y'all doing that. I'm just telling you, you're making a terrible, terrible mistake by reducing him to a JL3 organization. He's bigger than that.
Oh, he's way bigger than that. And speaking of course, of JL3 and Nike, I mentioned this on the Chop Shop not once but twice in the past month that that Nike is coming with a second circuit. So I guess now
the money circuit. Come on, tell it. They're coming with a money circuit. But come on.
And that's the money circuit. So a
money circuit.
A racket. And that means you got to pay for most of the teams. Will have to pay to play. And with teams now, they don't have no problem doing that because you got to pay to play in these independent events as well. So, and you got to pay to travel somewhere. You got to pay. You have to pay, and you have to wear their apparel, which you have to purchase, and it's going to be a package. So the price is going to go up. And what it does for the parents, it gives the parents a reason and a seat right next to entwined right there where the EYBL is. So now for a parent, that becomes good. All this stuff they've heard about the EYBL, they get to go and see it because their little Johnny may be playing it's called the EYCL, the Elite Youth Champions League, the Champions League. The other one is Elite Youth Basketball League. So they put the EYBL and you have the EYCL. And Nike released their dates and their cities in the past, earlier this week. And so now what that does, you have Nike with 2 circuits, Under Armour with 2 circuits, Adidas with 2 circuits, and now you have New Balance, who have thrust into the equation. They also have a circuit, which is in their inaugural season.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
So New Balance now is here. And one of the guys that's part of the administration of the grassroots administration for New Balance used to live in Houston. And that's why so many guys like Kuz Elite got their deal and what's my guy?
Kuz Elite got a deal with New Balance? I didn't know that.
New Balance. And also my young fellas over in A-Leaf, the Houston Raptors have a deal with New Balance as well.
My man, Bobby Benjamin?
Yeah.
My man.
Yeah. Well, okay. Jeff Mitchell, who ran the Dwight Howard Elite.
Oh, Dwight.
Him and Jawan McClellan that were together in that program with Dwight Howard Elite a few years back. And Jawan ended up going into leaving the school as a coaching career, and went into the HPD, the Houston Police Department, where he's been an officer for a decade now. And Jeff Mitchell, he's moved to the DC, the DMV area, and now
is that where the headquarters is? New Balance?
Not sure where the New Balance is headquartered at. Mm-hmm. I know it's on the East Coast, but Jeff, because
the marquee player is the kid at
Kawhi Leonard. He's their marquee guy.
Right.
But New Balance, one thing about it, their lifestyle shoes and their jogging shoes has always been.
Yeah.
If you ever put them on, you know, they ain't like you. They got to reach out and stretch. Now the basketball part is a different thing. You know, that's going to be as much more success that the Clippers have with Kawhi Leonard and or with Kawhi, then the more they're going to be attractive. But they have lifestyle packages that they, you know, that and shoes as well. And you know, Puma is coming. They're on deck.
They
So
finna get
Puma,
they finna get one too.
well, they're going to be doing something. They'll make decisions on how they're going to do it because it's a overcrowded lane, and you have to make a decision how to do. You go.
How's it overcrowded? It's overcrowded for the top players. It's not overcrowded for players. It's players, man. We got enough. We got way more players than they got surplus.
But they're not. That's the whole thing. Different reason is everybody's in the search of the next LeBron. So, do I have to go and do a whole league to get the next LeBron, or just do some camps, or just do some stuff, or just go find? You know, it's different way to decide how much you want to put into that budget to go find the next one, and that's going to be intriguing. Far as thanks, Thaddeus Moody say the New Balance headquarters in Boston, Massachusetts, and Kevin Freidman as well.
He did. Kevin Freidman was there first.
Yeah, that's what I said. Gave Freidman props for doing it and saying it as well. So that's what we have in grassroots. So now, remember anybody just can't go and say I want to be part of this EYCL.
I am.
And you have to submit your paperwork. They will vet you
and pay your money.
No, it's way more.
Dude, I saw that thing said pay that money. I clicked on it,
but you're not letting anybody in. They're only going to do it for a certain amount of teams.
Oh, well.
Remember, they only got space. Courts, you only have so much court space.
But how many teams then?
I haven't asked to confirm. I'll confirm it in the next couple of days.
Okay.
But the thing is, you're going to get vetted. They're going to look at your books. They're going to make sure. In other words, Nike is going to go above and beyond to ensure themselves that a program that comes, put it like this. What if you got the big Pookie All-Stars, Adam? Right? So Big Pookie is the coach. He's going to come in there. They got their logo is a weed plant. Is their logo. You know, I'm just giving you an example.
I love little Pookie.
Big Pookie, all his money in cash. Big Pookie ain't never paid no taxes. Big Pookie done just, you know, he got an enterprise going on.
You gonna stay above little Big Pookie.
And Big Pookie gonna use these events to go and put his stuff on the bottom of the bus while they traveling with them kids and move weight and move them bricks up all around the country. But they gonna vet to make
it's legal
sure.
now, Jimmy. Big Pookie got a dispensary now.
I ain't talking about the green bricks. Big Pookie getting that.
I got them other way. Okay.
He's snowing. Big Pookie snowing up. He's snowing in the desert. That's what Big Pookie doing. So now they're gonna vet to ensure that the person and the organizations are economically feasible, that they are stand up, that they have an organization, not a team, and to get them under the umbrella. And if you win, then you'll get a chance to be a EYBL team. So B. Scott say, Lord, we're not using AAU teams as mules. No. B. Scott, I'm going to tell you one thing.
Don't even go there, Jimmy. Don't even go there, Jim. Don't even go there. Daddy, don't even go there. Don't go down that rabbit hole.
If a coach went on a trip with his basketball team with his pistol on him,
yeah,
you can't believe if he done went in that team with 2 bottles of liquor in his bag. Do you think that no coach out there that's in grassroots that ever took some little Johnnies out of town and ain't got his liquor in his bag back there? Well, if he got his liquor in his bag, if he got his pistol with him and don't have a carry license, he got his pistol because ain't nobody. That's his normal how he normally roll. Then why you think he wouldn't have a sack back there in his bag? That's not. See, that's a whole nother topic.
Like you had to go there. You know what? You can't help it, man. You can't help yourself. You can't help yourself, man. Man, get us out of here, man.
Yeah, man, it's that time, and thanks. I think Big Rock Nasty gave us a number that was
What do you say?
estimated rounded up to 25,000 for straight Jesuit. It was 24 and some change. We asked about the tuition. Now,
you said 33. You were way off 33. You was out of the range.
Yeah, that's a little bit. Well, I just guessed.
No,
I knew it was 30. And understand, when you add on, you got to add on a laptop. You got to add on.
Well, you got to add that up with everybody, kid Jimmy.
Well, I mean, that's not included in that.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, that's just.
Oh, that's gonna be another.
That's okay.
And I know, like St. John's.
So you got 7 more thousand.
No. The 33 is. I thought maybe the inflation would have put it up to 33 by now. And I said,
you got a meal plan. You got the meal plan involved in it. You put the meal plan in there and everything. It's a lot of money though, Jimmy. But how much is Kincaid?
And I text the coach, and he hadn't text back. I text the coach at St. John's, and I text the coach at Episcopal to get all three of those. I have all three of those.
How much at Kincaid, Kevin Freeman?
And I checked with Kincaid's coach as well. I haven't texted him, but I knew the St.
I want to talk to the people in the front office. I ain't worried about the coach.
Well, the coach knows. You know why? Nobody knows.
I want to know how much a regular student.
But they know how much a regular student.
Jimmy, I had to pay it a couple of years. I'm trying to see if they went up.
Everybody had to have gone up. That's why I figured everybody had to have gone up by now. Now, I got the numbers for St. John's right here. The middle school and the elementary school for St. John's High School is $29,000 a year. If you want to go to St. John's High School, it's $32,000. That ain't counting the laptop. I'm telling you, so I know that 33.
So you was messing with so you was thinking about St. John's.
I'm thinking they were compatible.
Oh, okay.
And I know I heard that number before. Now Episcopal, I'm gonna check and see what Episcopal is as soon as Coach Jones.
Kevin Freeman got to be the fastest Googling dude I ever seen in my life.
So Kincaid is still at 25. Trey Phillips and
Kincaid stayed there, Jimmy.
Well, they was at 25 and sitting there for a while.
Yeah, they've been sitting there. I had to pay that. I remember that. I got the invoice.
Let me check Second Baptist. Let me check Second Baptist.
Oh, Kincaid building a new high school, so it's going to go up. Okay.
I'm not damn right. You damn right. Let me see.
It's 32 from 9 through 12. See, we was in the 5th and 6th, so that's why it was 25. It's 32.
That sounds about right at Kincaid. Right. I'm like, why would they be sitting still when people are
Yeah.
Yes. So now I just text over the same. And I'm curious. I might, and I'm gonna do an article on this in the magazine next year.
These people got a lot of damn money. That's all I can tell you.
That's per year.
Yes, per year.
Per year. And people don't realize it. Don't realize that.
Work, yo, Jim.
But guess what?
That man left Kincaid. That man went to every other school, man. He didn't even think about making a B. When 5th and 6th at the Kincaid, homework from when you get off to 11 o'clock at night, when you get out of school, I ain't never seen nothing like it, man. I ain't gonna lie. My little brother said, Dad, can I just go to sleep? Can I just go to sleep? Yeah.
Marissa just got on Kevin Freeman's ass.
What'd she say?
She said,
Got it. I told you to leave her alone. I told you to leave her alone.
Oh, man. Oh, Marissa.
Tell me that's a great article. No, you don't need to do no article on that damn. You don't need to do no article on that, B. Scott. You write your own damn article. Jimmy don't need to write no article about them high-ass guys, them high-ass private schools. No, sir. Most of our community ain't going. So we ain't no use in doing no article on them.
And, of course, and want to, we missed the topic. Of course, I got to, and that is former Arizona coach Miller will not be sanctioned or punished any further by the NCAA. And he was the head coach of Emmanuel Book Richardson, who had to go do jail time as a result of the federal scandal that the prosecutors projected would bring college basketball to its knees. And this thing has been a laughing stock ever since, because still to this date, none of the only people primarily who've been punished, had to do jail time, was black assistant coaches and or administrators within the sneaker business primarily. And so that's sad. You know, we had we had Emmanuel Book Richardson on the Chop Shop like a couple of weeks after he was released from jail.
It's sad.
You guys,
but we knew it was gonna happen.
I
I've
didn't
been
think-
telling y'all for 6 years on this show. But somehow y'all think this stuff gonna change. They're gonna get Sean Miller. They're gonna get him. They're gonna get what's the boy with the LSU? They're gonna get him. They're gonna get Bill Self. They're gonna get Krzyzewski. They're gonna get him. They're gonna get him. No, they build buildings and name buildings after their ass. Yeah, we'll wait. I keep trying to tell y'all, man. This I told you. You can be up here and be sad all you want to. Unless you get your own league where you can play this thing and you can run this thing, it's gonna happen. It's theirs. It's theirs. They got the complexion for collection, for protection. Hey, but Miss Dorothy Green, hey, I didn't know you was here. How you doing? Akisa, who is that on your avatar? Look at Akisa avatar. Who is that? That look like a Meg Thee Stallion. Huh?
Yeah. So she's making a stay.
Yeah.
So anyway, guys, it's time to slide on down Dino's back.
Yeah.
Yabba Dabba do this thing on this Women Rock Wednesday. Shout out to all the ladies out there,
I love the ladies.
guys, to be safe today. And also feel free to slide over to rcssports.com and check out the recaps for a lot of the basketball action and activities around the area. Doug Jones also posted the the weekly freshman status. That's all of the freshmen at the Division I level from around the United States who's from the greater Houston area and how they're faring. And you'll get to see how many minutes each one plays. It's a good spreadsheet that you can look and see what's going on. And which can help some of you towards making decisions in recruiting, knowing where could help you, knowing where to go and where not to go. I'm reading this right here.
Jim, you can never.
You say you never came back and addressed the convo we had about Texas A&M and their non-athletic grads. I don't remember the convo.
I don't remember that one.
To be honest.
You heard any beard stories before tomorrow? I know you might be traveling. You gonna travel late tomorrow or early?
No, I'll be traveling. I'll be traveling in.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. I gotta figure what the time zone I'm gonna be at, and then I know. But yeah,
Now you're on Eastern time.
I'm on Eastern time.
Yeah.
So I'm I think I land at
Oh, you
1:30. We were just going on there.
Yeah.
So I got to get bags, go through customs and all that mess.
Good. It ain't that bad, though. You good.
It
now.
ain't good.
Yeah, you good down there.
So
They ain't crazy.
anyway, he said, take the straw hats. No, Kevin Freeman, you don't wear straw hats in the wintertime. Remember that.
He don't know.
You don't know hat
What
etiquette.
else happened, man? What other? So no new beard story.
I mean,
Nothing.
I haven't
Okay.
checked lately. I mean, we know since we
I got a little something about it. I'm gonna share with him tomorrow. They gave me a little taste, but it's gonna be long. It's gonna be long. It's gonna be.
Yeah, it's
I see y'all tomorrow. Marissa, you better be on time. Don't you come in here in the middle of the conversation. You better ease in the conversation. Alpha, you make sure you're here tomorrow. So I got something for your university over there. Alpha, like Hannah said, go back and look at the show. It's been a couple of weeks back. Hannah mentioned that you were affiliated with them late before you got off the show. Jimmy affiliate? What? I don't remember that one, Jameson. Jimmy, what you been affiliated with? Huh?
Mentioned you were affiliated with them.
Oh, beard is gone like a turkey through the corn. Yeah.
Texas A&M? You said I was affiliated with Texas A&M?
I don't remember that one. Man, I forgot. I told you, I don't remember that one.
Yeah, he said Texas A&M. I'm in the non-athletic grads.
I don't understand it.
You giving us, come on now. You got to send me a DM.
Jameson had some of that Jameson today.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Jameson, you can never back. Wait a minute. You never came back and addressed the combo we had about A&M, about the non-athletic grads. I don't remember that. Hell no, Larry Brown ain't no front runner for no Texas job.
Man, I mean, people. My thing is this, man. Why ain't no brother? Why, all them guys calling me trying to put names out there for University of Texas, and you got to be careful. Sometimes people give you a name if you have a platform so you can run with that name. And their job is done. So my thing is, I'm going to give your ass a black name. A brother. Then why?
Why don't you keep the interim coach?
Well, that's the whole thing. I'm gonna get. That's what I told the guy. I'll give your ass a black name, Riley Terry, right now. And then, of course, the other assistant coach on the bench has more coaching experience as a head coach than Rodney Terry. But Rodney Terry was a Longhorn. So why in the hell? And guess what? This is his audition. Yeah, Rice was a rocky game. But all Texas got to do is win. This is his audition. This is his chance to dance. If Rodney Terry, and based on that energy they had in the locker room, Rodney Terry has to simply find a way to keep those guys energized.
Right.
To what every time they win, they're bringing the same type of energy and appreciating him for leading them to a success.
Turbulent moment. That was a hell of a moment, man.
And if he does that, people will notice that. The janitor will notice that. The AD will notice that. Everybody, because people, when they go back to their locker room after a win, sometimes certain games, somebody from administration is down there waiting on the outside of the door. If it's a woman, they're not going in the locker room. They'll wait. Somebody administrate you. If you ever been down in the back and you walk by people, you see people, you don't know who they are. Trust me, they had credentials to be back. They waiting. There's somebody. So that way, if you ever go in the backstage or back in those tunnels, we call them the tunnels, you might want to speak to everybody. You never know when the hell you walking right by. And watch what you say in front of some of those people, because they're going to go back and say, who the hell was that guy? That blue and white shirt on. Who was he? That Memphis shirt on. Why is he doing back here with a Memphis shirt on? I'm just saying, they're going to ask who the hell you are. You'll be surprised in life. Whom you walk right by and ignore. Same joker that might have authorized your credential. That's a whole nother topic. Don't you have some of you guys, you would grow to first ask white folk what they do for a living and what their function is. Don't wait until they ask you who you are. Often they do that. That's commonplace. I get them before they get me. Oh, by the way, what's your function? I look at your tag. Oh, miss, what's your name? What you do here? They gonna ask you sooner or later. They don't ask you. They gonna ask somebody when you walk off. Who the hell?
I know they do me like that all the time.
All the time. I ask them first now. That's my thing now. My Steve. It gives me, because I'm in a place in my life where, whether what they call it, the IDGF.
Don't give a damn.
No, I swapped that damn long time ago for F. I swapped that one out. Like in Scrabble, you throw that D back in the bag, give me an F out of there. I scrapped. Yeah. Just ask them first and watch their expression on their face, because you're gonna catch them off guard.
I just never thought about that. So when I'm in a place, so I ask you, what are you here for? What you asking? What are you here for?
What's your, like, conjunction junction? What's your function?
I hate it when I'm on the plane. You sitting in first class, and
they gonna do that to you every time.
What do you
every
do?
time?
What do you do?
Yeah. What do you do?
Get
Get
what I said. Get what I tell them. No, you know what I tell them? I got a new. I'm a trust fund baby. I'm a trust fund baby. Yeah. Just like some of y'all are. I'm a trust fund baby. I'm living off my dad's inheritance. How about that? You jerks.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, there go. James Moore put on there how many black students graduated from this institution compared to how many black athletes they recruit to play on their football team. If the goal is to graduate, then why are black kids coming? No, it's business, man.
Yeah.
In those schools, sports is business, big time business. And while we tricking our kids and ourselves into thinking that that's the primary reason that you're going there, if they're recruiting you at a school like Texas A&M.
But it ain't Texas A&M problem, Jimmy. If you going to get an education, go get your education. That's on you. It's there for you. If you don't go graduate, that's on you.
No, I'm talking about we're talking about recruiting. We're talking about, but he's saying he mixed in the student athletes with the non-student athletes. So that's what makes this equation, this whole conversation different. But I'm talking about the student athletes.
So even the student athletes still go get your degree.
You go get your degree, but that ain't what they recruiting your ass there for. They recruiting your ass there.
We don't care what they recruit me for. I couldn't get in there if I wasn't no athlete, probably. So take advantage. I don't understand that one, but just take advantage of the opportunity. That's what I would say.
Yeah. That
Let me
was
get out of here. Yeah,
anyway, guys, Rod
Wells worried about Carlos Carrera. He got that bag. That's good.
And guess what? Know why he worried? You know why he worried, Adam? Because Carlos Carrera going to the San Francisco Giants, which is in the National League, which has to play the Dodgers about 10 times next year.
All right, we can slide down that back on that one.
Yeah. Peace, bye. We'll see you guys. Y'all be good, man. Chop, share the show on your way out the door. Make sure you share that.
Jim Hicks. Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in the